Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon. Oh, it's still good morning, actually. What am I talking about? It's still good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Newcastle versus Chelsea in what is a massive game today at St James's Park, one which we simply have to win. We've got to win this, guys. So it is a very, very exciting game. Me and Billy will be on the comms today. Sam will be joining us throughout the game, as will Alex, for their analysis on it and hopefully celebratory comments on the game. But Sam, you want to quickly start with just a shout out, don't you? So before you head off to watch the game.
I do, certainly. So listen up, people. Really need your help with this. I am doing a sponsored zip line across St James's Park. This is taking place this Friday, and I am hoping to raise £300 for the Newcastle United Foundation. Little bit of context. They do absolutely an amazing work. They are an independent charity, and they bring all of the community together through football. But they do career training for people of all ages. They do loads of different types of fundraising. They do stuff about physical health, mental health. They've reached about nearly 70,000 people across the northeast. Really, really important to obviously support our local people, our local communities, and the foundation do a great job. You've probably seen the players getting down there, getting involved, supporting, disabled kids, older adults with disabilities as well. But it's actually all the career and life-changing opportunities that they do as well. So I'm zip lining across the highlights if it goes, but yeah, I would love if you can support. So we're going to be putting the link in the chat throughout. Please, if you can, donate £1. That's all it takes. I'm looking to raise 300 if you possibly can. Would really appreciate your support on this.
Absolutely. So Sam will continue to post the link in the chat as the show goes on. We've got a super chat from Graham saying, welcome back, Billy lad. Mark Campion, you're a bell end. Simple as I get lost. Right. Let's take a look at the teams today, shall we? Because it's a little bit different. Sam, are you staying for a bit or?
Yeah, I'll stay for a little.
Absolutely. Right. This is how Newcastle United line up, folks. Bit of a change today. We've got Pope, Botman, Share, Tonali, Gordon, Barnes, Isak, Livramento, Murphy, Byrne, and Bruno. And the bench consists of Dubravka, Ruddy, Lascelles, Wilson, Kraft, Asula, Longstaff, Miley, and Neve. Billy.
Yes.
What do you reckon?
Well, Stats, I did say 5 at the back, and I think it's going to be a 5 at the back.
Yeah.
However, it looks like Murphy at right wing back, which I'm not entirely pleased with, given we've got a right back on the bench. But at least it gives us more attacking threat. So Eddie's the expert. There's no point in trying to second guess him or criticising him for lineups.
Yeah,
he always comes good. So,
Sam.
Yeah, I think if people saw the preview show the other night, the lineup that Alex suggested was absolutely great, and this sort of suggests, like Billy's just mentioned there, that's what we're going to be going with, the 5 at the back. We've got the pace from Gordon as well to go on counters. I feel really great actually seeing Botman in that starting 11 as well, which is going to give us a bit more defensive rigor. So I think we'll be in a good place with this. Livramento's been making great runs down the left-hand side as well, doing overlaps, underlaps, feeding into Barnes. So I think this is going to be an exciting game.
The problem I see, Alex, is the bench. It isn't a very strong bench, if we're openly honest. Yes, Miley's there, Asula, but Eddie very rarely uses Asula, does he? So it's not the strongest bench in the world. But Willock again injured, Alex. It's just, it's incredible, isn't it?
I mean, I omitted him from my predicted lineup just based on what I thought would be the best 11 for this game.
Absolutely.
It looks like he's been omitted based on an injury as well. So,
yeah, great.
And the bench, like you said, the fact that we've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, fantastic to see Big Jamal Lascelles back on, the club captain, of course.
It is, yeah.
So a fantastic return for him. But to have the third choice right back Kraft, Wilson, who I don't know if anybody saw the little Sky Sports game from yesterday. They played where Callum was fighting for dear life to suggest he wasn't the slowest in that 5, which included like Matt Targett and Emil Kraft, to be fair. Oh, Jesus. And then Sean Neve, who we've heard fantastic things about.
Yeah,
but
talented.
We've not really seen him at the senior level, so it doesn't fill us with joy.
Spoiler alert, we're not going to see him today either.
Unless there's now there is of course rumours kicking around that Newcastle are hiding a groin injury from us from Isak. Any thoughts on that, Billy?
Well, if they are hiding it, it's kind of open now. There's rumours going around the press and the media, so he hasn't moved the swiftest in the past few weeks, has to be said.
Yeah,
he keeps scoring goals, so we have no choice but to play him.
This is how the visitors line up. They go with exactly the same team that demolished Liverpool's B team last week. It's Sanchez in goal, Caicedo, Chalobah, Colwill, Cucurella, Lavia, Enzo, Neto, Palmer, Madueke, and of course Nicholas Jackson. Thoughts on that lineup, Sam?
Well, I rate Madueke. Palmer's just reaching back into form. I think it was he got his goal last week, but before that it was since January. So I would have rather have faced Chelsea with the out of form Palmer, and then you've got Jackson as well. It's a very convincing lineup. They've got a fantastic bench as well. Given comparably our benches, this is must win for us in an incredibly tough opposition today.
Yeah, their bench is stacked, Alex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think hopefully they get what they deserve by producing this brochure-like looking menu of a lineup, which is disgusting. Hats off to Paul, who can now pronounce Madueke correctly, which is a great improvement from him. But yeah, the lineup is unchanged, and we knew it was going to be this. There's not much that they were really going to change, and it's as Sam said. But you've got Neto coming back into form. Palmer apparently ripping the Premier League alight with his 1 penalty after 3 months. But
he's definitely in for the Ballon d'Or without a shadow of a doubt.
And by the way, early shithousery from Stato straight away against
just to pay no attention.
Somebody's had his
it was a compliment. He learned.
Just means that he can spend a bit of Sunday away from sitting at the end of a pond with a fishing rod. Anyway, Alexander Allard with a super chat saying, "Good morning, all. Finally on holiday. Just waking up to watch the game with my sons. 4-3 to the lads." Mark Lasselt, thank you for your super chat. Shane in Australia, who's been a member for 39 months now on the channel. Thank you, Shane. Evening, lads, ladies and gents. Nice 9 p.m. kickoff here. Absolutely shitting bricks. Toon with a super chat. Had a feeling Trippier wouldn't feature today. He was on the drink yesterday. There's at his hotel on the quayside. And Bruno's Magic Hat, a member for 26 months on the channel. Eddie probably gone with his formation due to Caicedo regularly moving into the middle. 2-2 for me on this one. Billy, what do you make of the lineup for Chelsea? Who worries you in that lineup?
They've got that kind of Man City vibe where the fullback can step into midfield and make it's already strong, but put Caicedo in that midfield with them, and it's very strong, isn't it? Yeah, they're a good side, but it's what Chelsea turns up. If we can pressurise them, they're not. I think they're a bit soft-centred if we can get at them, and if we do that and put the pressure on, get aggressive pressing going on, with occasionally if the 5 at the back with the likes of Cher doing it as well. So yeah, I think we can get something out of the game. We want to win the game, but it's a definite must not lose. That's for certain.
By the way, at the time of going live today, ladies and gentlemen, we are only 132 subscribers away from 38,000. So if you are new and you like what you see, please do subscribe. You do have to be a subscriber on the Matchday Lives to take part in the live chat, but only 132. And at the minute, we've got nearly 1,700 watching on both platforms already before kickoff. So please do subscribe if you're new. And maybe we can hit that landmark during the show today, which would be absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. But don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And of course, give us a like because they really do help the channel. So it just takes 2 seconds to hit the thumbs up button. And that really goes a long way to helping us out. Check out the website as well, ladies and gentlemen, thetoonreview.com. Me and Sam both have our TTR t-shirts on today. Sam is absolutely delighted. She's actually got some channel merchandise. Billy's is on his way. Just had to wait till Billy Bob was out of hospital so he can take delivery of his goods. So they'll be on the way shortly to Billy Bob. So we'll all be decked out. So the toonreview.com is your place to go for all the merchandise. Loads of stuff on there. So go and grab a nice gift for yourself to support your favorite YouTube channel. Super chats are available as per usual. It will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. And of course, you can become a member by hitting the join button just underneath us. And of course, Mamaroo Records. How can we miss them out? The channel sponsors based in Whitley Bay for all your music needs. If you can't get into the town centre to see Steve and have a pop in the shop, check them out online. That's pinned at the top of the description for the show, just underneath the link for our website. Right, are we worried about Botman today, Sam? Coming back. He's had a couple of cameo roles, but he's obviously fit enough to start the game. We saw him briefly a few months ago. Of course, the 2 wins in London were magnificent. Are you worried about him at all, or do you think it's time to get him back in?
Time to get him back in. Let's do this. This is the business end of the season. If we want to get Champions League to attract players, retain players as well, we have got to smash these last games, and we need his strength. We need his defensive prowess as well. I am absolutely not concerned. I think the first time we saw him actually back from injury, he had a bit of a shaky 10 minutes. I think he gave the ball away on an interception, but after that, is Rolls Royce self. So I've got no doubt that his quality is just going to really shine today. He'll be chomping at the bit to get back in the side. So I'm actually thrilled to see him, especially if we're going the 5 at the back.
Billy, what's your thoughts on Joe Willock? Because obviously he hasn't done it for me, and now he's injured again. I just don't see a feature for him.
Yeah, I think he needed to win the games, and unfortunately his body's not able to do it in the games. I see him being sold in the summer, if I'm perfectly honest.
Well, I mean, Alex, we spoke about earlier on in the week. If a bid comes in for him, then we could see Newcastle possibly accepting it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can see the club actively pushing to sell him. However, if there's definitely room there to sell one of the midfielders, I feel like, and Sean obviously gets a little bit of better treatment because he's homegrown trained at club, so he will help with those European quotas for the squad quotas. So it might fall to somebody like Willock if we do get a cheeky bid, and it's worth it for reinvestment. I think they will definitely entertain it. I'm not sure they will actively push to sell him though, because he's 25. He's shown really good glimpses of talent in the past, so they might want to try and get him back on the right track. So it depends which way the club decide to go with that.
Yeah,
there are rumours, of course, of Crystal Palace are interested, isn't there? So
indeed, yeah,
kind of move their work with both sets of teams and also the player, I think.
Indeed. Toon last 66 with the super chat saying, "Yeah, he's so good to see you back, Billy. I should be at the match, but I'm ill with bloody COVID, so I'm spending today with you, lovely lot. How are the lads? We'll get well soon, Toon lass." Clone Lad, been a member for 29 months, saying, "Great to see Billy back. You have been missed. Need to get into these from the oath." Lenny B, a member for 33 months. "Welcome back, Billy. Great to see the Fantastic Four together again." Oh, which one's which? I think
Stoneface for me, I think, somehow.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that, Billy. I'd probably be the elastic guy. Alex could be the fire guy, and obviously Sam plays I don't know who the woman's called, to be honest.
The other one.
The
token woman.
No.
Mabel.
Oh, it's too early. Mabel, yeah. The Naked Noise Boys, been a member for 15 months in. Good morning, Fun Seekers. 3-1 for us today. Toon. DK35 says, "Has Trips got an injury? Did anyone watch Van Heck yesterday, man of the match?" Yes, Trips is injured. Optimal Forager with a super chat. "Welcome back, Billy. Hope you're feeling better." And Graham Ritchie, who's been a member now for 40 months on the channel. "Greetings to everyone from the Caymans. It's not Cayman Islands. It is not even down here. Feeling confident. 2-1 the Toon. Welcome back, Billy." Billy, we didn't get a score prediction off you or Sam actually, so it's now time to what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 win.
1-0.
Yep.
Oof. Sam?
2-1 to us. I think we're going to see a goal from Gordon and Isak today.
Wow. Well, listen, this is a huge game, right? We can't underestimate how big this game is. It's massive because obviously with Villa sneaking a result at Bournemouth last night, I'm very there's about 3 teams now on 63. We really need a win today, Alex.
We do, because Man City dropped points against Southampton, which was quite amusing. So a win would put us above City. It'd put us in the driving seat, really, because the team around us have got good goal differences, with the exception of maybe Aston Villa.
Yep.
So a win today would put us 3 points in front of Chelsea and on better goal difference by default. So it would put us in a really good position going into the final 2 games. It looks like we've got the right personnel to play the kind of shape that Arsenal don't like playing against, because it's been quite good in previous times this season. So a win is a must. This is I've said it several times over the last week. This is the definition of a 6-pointer, because we need 3 points and we need to stop Chelsea getting any points. So it's so valuable.
Yeah. And Sam, we really need our big players to step up today, don't we? No half-assed performances. We need them right on their top game today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we said it after the last match as well, Paul, there. It was very lackluster last week. Really disappointing, because I think sometimes even when the whole team's not at the races, you do get individual moments of brilliance and quality. And we just didn't seem to display that for me. So we really need to pull it out the bag, show our hunger, show our fire, because like us, very similarly, Chelsea can bring it on their day, but so can we. It's like that lack of consistency. We need to show up today. Every player needs to show up today.
Now, Billy, you've been off for a few weeks. Is there any players that you really want to see stand out today?
For us,
yeah,
it has to be in the middle of the park. It has to be Tonali and Bruno. They've got to pull the strings and be defensively solid as well, while being attacking and getting our strikers and forward people attacking. It's about giving service, and it's also about stopping their service. So they're the 2 key men for me, as always, to be honest.
Where's the game going to be won, Alex?
Concentration, I think. Concentration, because Chelsea have got players that can get goals out of thin air. So you have to make sure you don't let them exploit space and engineer a good opportunity. It feels a little bit like when we played Man City in recent seasons, and they'll sneak 1-0s just from one magic moment, even though we're really good. I just think we need to be so careful, and everybody needs to just be really, really focused, play their own game, play the plan. But we're not really sure how this is going to play out. A lot of people in the chat seem to be very scared that Burn's playing left back, that we're going to play 4 at the back.
No.
Of course, we've got the option of Livramento being a right back, Burn being a left back, and playing a 4-4-2. In theory, we could do that, but I don't think it's going to be that. I mean, it might be, but I'd be surprised. I think it's more likely that Murphy's going to be a wing back, Livramento is going to be the left wing back, and I think Big Dan Burn's probably going to be right in the middle.
Yeah. I don't think there's a chance in hell we go 4-4-2. I think that would be an unbelievable risk, because we've hardly ever played 4-4-2 under Eddie Howe, and I don't think this is the game to go 4-4-2 and experiment. We've played 5 at the back before. It's gone very well against Arsenal, etc. Sam, so I don't think any reason why we should take a huge risk like that.
This isn't the time for it.
No.
This isn't the time to play with partnerships and the balance of the team. I think we go with something a bit different, because I think that they won't be prepared for that if we do go 5 at the back. But that keeps us solid defensively, so I'd be happy with that approach.
Yeah.
But I can't see us straying too far away from what we've already tried this evening. I think that vision of Miggy is still emblazoned in my head from that Arsenal match, where he was just started doing that, because it was such a surprise to see some difference, but it worked. So I think we're going to do similar today.
Yeah. Johnny Ola,
member changed that. Sorry, Paul. FOTMob put Botman at right back. They've since changed it. Somebody said that the BBC also put Botman at right back. Some of them haven't got a clue. It's
My
hilarious.
God, how do they get jobs, man? Johnny Ola, member for 34 months, says, I am nervous but confident. 3-1 to the Toon. Keith Truscott says, morning all. Good to see you, Billy. You've been missed. A tough game with goals on either side. 3-2 to the Toon. Oh, I mean, listen, I must admit, I'm bricking it a little bit, I have to say. Spenny fan Chris with a super chat. Hello, TTR crew here in London for non-league finals day. Going to be filming at Wembley Stadium for Spennymoor. Come on. Indeed, Spenny at Wembley today, of course. Paul Wells formation is a very interesting one. I have a feeling that might be a bit risky, Paul, to be honest. I must admit. We are due a home performance like Spurs. It would be great. Oh, I mean, 5-0 up at half time. I mean, I would be loving that. I think I think it would make me feel a little bit more secure that we were going to get the 3 points. Jeffrey says, me bloody phone is a go slow bollocks. Anywho, Zari, Bonnie, lads and lasses, we're here, we're there, we're every chuffing where. We are. Give Paul Sam's eyebrows, he would look like Puss in Boots.
Excuse me.
I mean, there's some funny people on here, honestly. I think it's first time I've not seen Lady Sam without a 2-gallon wine glass. And she behaves herself sometimes.
And Sunday.
Well, I'm nursing a hangover, to be completely honest, but
yeah.
Early. It's time.
You were uncontactable yesterday again, Sam, so it was obvious that you were on the drink. Because I tried contacting you. I know Susan did. We never got any replies till this morning, so I thought, oh, somebody's out on the drink.
Sunny, lads. How are you? Give us a break.
Yeah. By the way, we will hopefully on tomorrow night's match review be debuting our new intro. So stay tuned for that. It is almost complete. It is fantastic. These guys have seen it. We just need to make a couple of little tweaks to it. But the guy who's done it he'll get a big shout out once it's done because he's done a marvelous job on it. Edward Gaunt with a super chat over there in Japan. Toon from Japan, funny enough. Sam doesn't get hangovers. Hangovers get Sam. Yeah.
I love that.
By the way, before I let you two go, the comments that some Man City players made after the game last night. I mean, how funny were they? By the way, that Southampton just didn't play football, and they were twisting because of Southampton's tactics. Alex, I find it crazy that they weren't good enough to break Southampton down. End of the day.
Well, it was Ruben Diaz's comments, and it was pathetic.
Yeah,
I think his manager or somebody should have hooked him out of that interview because it's extremely disrespectful. He's speaking like a sore loser, despite the fact it was only a draw.
Yeah,
and it's so disrespectful. It's so childish. It shows a lack of emotional intelligence, a lack of an ability to control himself. He's got no idea what he's talking about. Not a single clue. The fact that the rest of the league were able to get wins against Southampton when Southampton were largely playing similarly, it's your own fault, mate. Take responsibility and accountability for a poor performance.
Yeah,
and stop whinging about Southampton Football Club, who managed to get a point. Pathetic from Ruben Diaz. Absolutely pathetic. I'm sure the Man City fans would be embarrassed.
I absolutely
when their players come out like that.
I absolutely loved Southampton's Twitter response to it, though, when they made a joke with Derby County and then put in without playing football, making a sort of dig at Diaz's comments. I mean, Sam, that really is like terrible, really, from Diaz to make comments like that. The fact that they could not break Southampton down. So Diaz stands in front of an interviewer and basically cries because Man City weren't good enough to break Southampton down.
Yeah, it's poor form. It's really poor form. It's not sportsmanly, and it's disrespectful more than anything else. Like, just take it on the chin, hold your hands up, take accountability for it. But to come out with something like that, it is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. He should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, he should. Billy, it's just it's typical sore loser stuff, isn't it?
It's 2 words to me. It's entitled bollocks.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on my matter.
Entitled bollocks. Right, I am putting up a poll, ladies and gentlemen. This will stay up for all of the Matchday Live show. Do we change the badge? Do we change the badge is simply the question, yes or no. That poll is up now. No, it's not, because I've ballsed it up, funny enough. Hang on a minute.
Come on, Ruben.
There it is. Do we change the badge? Yes or no? That will stay up all of Matchday Live. Get voting on that, and we'll come back to that towards the end of the show. Like I say, guys, keep subscribing, because we are edging towards that 38,000. We're now 120 subscribers away. That is all we are. 120 subs away. Please hit that subscribe button. Sam and Alex, we'll see you a bit later on.
Enjoy, you lot. Away.
Enjoy.
And let's away the lads. We'll see those two at half time, of course. Are the nerves kicking in yet, Billy Bob?
A little bit. Yeah, I've got to say I'm a little bit nervous about this one, because we have to win the game. Certainly not lose it. And if we were to lose it, I think it's going to be hard for us to make Champions League.
Have you got the stream up?
I'm about to put up now.
All right, okay. I'm just looking at 2 old men in the crowd now, a couple of kids.
Yeah, I've got that too.
Yeah.
Some bloke with a mop head on thing.
Yes. A mop head on thing. Anyway, a couple of super chats. Edward Gaunt sent in another one saying, the whole TTR team, great to see you all. Jeffrey Brunt says 2-0 to the Toon. Kayak fishing. Howie lads, let's get stuck into these soft southern shandy drinking. Grant Haddon with a super chat. George Carlson. Howie moving out next month. Wish me luck. Oof. NH92 says, hi, all massively confident here. 4-1.
Right, he's confident.
I tell you what, 4-1, bloody hell. Is your picture a bit pixelated, Bill?
It certainly is. It's on 720, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
it's terrible, that.
For the one next to it.
You'll fall behind.
Yeah, but at least if we both have the FHD one, we'll both be together, won't we?
Yeah, but the FHD one keeps going funny. Yeah. Where's the FHD one at?
Table. It's shown the table.
Not so far. No. Actually, no. It's where the other one is. Oh well, there you go. We'll leave it on that one. Looking at Maresca.
Yeah. No, I've got Eddie Howe at the minute.
Oh
no, I've got Maresca.
Yeah, you're slightly behind me, but
that don't matter, does it?
Yeah, that's.
In a semolina top. Good grief, that's horrible, isn't it?
It's awful. It is awful, by the way. But a very sunny, packed out St. James's Park. Chelsea just finishing off their huddle. By the way, guys, if you are watching this, usual rules apply. Don't put any spoilers in the chat if you're ahead of us. If you want to wait until I say, right, we're underway, so we're all in sync, I'll tell you when we've kicked off on here. And we can all be in sync for the match. But if you are ahead of us, no spoilers in the chat, please. If you are going to kick off, press pause, wait for us, and we'll all be in sync. We're underway. Here we go. Newcastle United, Chelsea from St. James's Park. This is a big one. It's a huge one today, Billy. And I'm quite liking this full HD version, actually. Whoever this broadcaster is very good.
Yes, I quite agree.
Neto immediately making a run towards the penalty area. That looks like it went out, and indeed it has. Cornered to Chelsea. Very, very quick start from Chelsea with Neto, Billy.
Yes, he's got pace, hasn't he? He's also got a trick or two in him. Definitely Livramento playing at left back, by the way, which is good news.
Yeah, so it's clearly 5 at the back. I think we all knew that was going to happen. Alan Bredmore's been a member for 16 months. Evening, Paul, and great to see you, Billy. Let's get 3 points today. Come on, the Toon. Without doubt, the biggest league game of the season. No doubt about it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Chelsea get ready to take this, the corner. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Colwell's there. Jackson's there. And the referee's wanting a word with Dan Byrne and Nicholas Jackson there. Give him a little nudge. But it is a corner to Chelsea. In it comes. Not a great corner. Headed away at the near post. safely by Murphy, headed back in. Well, there was an offside there, but Dan Burn decided to put a head on it anyway. But it's in the arms of Nick Pope now, and Newcastle can just settle things down and have a bit of the ball. And Pope straight out to Livramento, who plays at left wing back today. Clips the ball forward for Anthony Gordon. He's going to get there ahead of Caicedo quite easily. Gordon into the box. He's gone down under the challenge. And the referee says no penalty. Gordon is still down injured. Newcastle play on meanwhile. It's Murphy on the right-hand side. Plays the ball across. Tonali scores! Sandro Tonali!
Get in there. Get in there. Yes.
I'm not sure what is going on, but players were all over the place. Sandro has tucked it into the back post, and it is another assist for Jacob Murphy, and Newcastle lead in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Unbelievable.
Great start for the Magpies, and it's time to grab your granny because she is going to smoke Grandad's peace pipe. I'm not sure whether that was a penalty, Billy, to be honest, but
no.
Look at the way Tonali wins that ball back. Bruno across to Murphy. Tonali doesn't give up. He's clearly onside, no doubt about it, and sticks it in the back of the net. Brilliant goal.
It is. I thought at first it was a penalty, but it's not. But the press was fantastic. Tonali's press, winning the ball deep in the Chelsea half off Flavia. The ball then gets proceeded to Murphy on the far side. It's a fantastic ball across.
Get in, my son.
It's a great goal. It's a great goal. It really is.
It's a lovely finish as well by Tonali. Just kicks it into the ground, bounces up over the goalkeeper. Brilliant finish. 1-0. Come on, boys. That is a perfect start, Billy.
Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic start.
Now,
can I change my 1-0 prediction?
No, because it could stay. It could stay like this. As there's a foul on Murphy over on the far side. It was a lovely ball in from Murphy, wasn't it? Just gasping for somebody to finish it.
Outstanding. It was like a I don't know. It was like a little pitch and put at the golf course, wasn't it?
It was,
get
yeah.
the air on it. Just laid it across behind the back four in that little corridor. Tonali was alive for it. Fantastic finish, though, to wait for Sanchez to dive and then put it the other way. Brilliant finish. Yeah,
really calm finish from Tonali. Lovely ball across from Murphy. Didn't overhit it. Just played at a real perfect pace. Nick Pope takes a slip there as he kicks the ball forward, but lands at the feet of Harvey Barnes. Took it down really well, but tackled. And Byrne very hard in on... sorry, that's Share. Hard in on Jackson. And Newcastle look up for this, Billy.
Absolutely.
Which we wanted them to.
Well,
Here's Livramento. Nice control. Botman to Share. And Share's kicked it out to play. I think there must be a player down here. It is Harvey Barnes. I mean, he's back on his feet, but he's on his hunches. No, he's sat back down again. Something painful for Harvey.
Well, he took a bit of a bad tackle. Well, I say a bad tackle. It was a very crunching tackle. Whether it was fair or not, I don't know. But he's obviously feeling the effects of that. Last thing Harvey Barnes needs is an injury now. You know, he's been fantastic of late. He's playing on the wrong side for him today, but this doesn't look good, I've got to be honest.
No, haven't seen a replay yet, but... one thing we don't need is another injury, to be fair.
It was Colwell or Cucurella. It's one of them two, and I can't think who it was, but it's certainly someone on the left-hand side. I think it may have been Colwell.
Yeah. But, I mean, what a start, Billy. We couldn't have asked for a better start than that. Chelsea, a bit threatening early doors with Neto and then winning a corner. And then all of a sudden, we burst up the field and score.
Yeah, it was a fantastic move. As I say, the ball to get Gordon through as well. I think Carter did well to get back to him, to be fair. Yeah, but the press of Tonali was outstanding. Then to get the ball to Bruno, who spotted Murphy, but the ball from Murphy is outstanding across the face of goal. And Tonali had made a run forward and a real calm finish. But we're going to see this tackle now, aren't we?
Chalobah stood on his foot, I think. I mean, he's holding his knee, but it seemed like he got his...
maybe the way he fell. I'm not sure.
There's Joe Linton in the Newcastle top there with his wife. He's kicked out. He's kicked. Oh, I can't get my words out. He's kitted out, Billy, in the old Newcastle Brown Ale Newcastle shirt with his wife.
The two of them are, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that great to see, though? A player's out injured, and he's got his Newcastle replica shirt on in the stands. That's brilliant.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves the club. He loves the city. He's another one that gets it. We've done so well with the signings we made over the past 3 or 4 years, I've got to say.
Yeah. To be fair, Chelsea have kicked the ball straight back out again for a Newcastle throw. And Murphy says, I don't really want to take this throw in, so he leaves it for Fabian Schär. Tonali back to Schär, and Schär lofts the ball high and forward, straight out of play. Not the greatest ball in the world from Fabian there. Acknowledgement from Isak. But I think even if that stayed in, Isak was nowhere near getting that anyway. But this is what I love playing this formation, Billy, is the press we can put on here. Look at Gordon, man. I mean, all right, Chelsea played well to get it out of there, Billy, but it's that intense press that teams hate playing against.
They just can't make a single error, can they? It's pressure. It literally is pressure from both ends because they can't make a mistake and we can, force it. So,
yeah, Schär with a lovely ball out to the right-hand side, looking for Murphy. Just too much on that. And it goes out for a throw into Chelsea.
I think Tino started the game really well, very calm in possession.
Yeah, he's cut across a couple of times, hasn't he?
A couple of times, yeah. Of course, an ex-Chelsea youth product, so
he is. Kevin Buey, member for 24 months, 2 years. Thank you, Kevin, for your support. Come on, the lads, Toon, and Daniel Crespin, a member for 20 months. Best 2 commentary team in the world. Good to see Billy back. Stay healthy, bud. Toon.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. As the ball is with Nick Pope and now Dan Burn. Took his eye off the ball there, but manages to keep it in play. Gordon. Oh, skipped away. Nice turn there. And Caicedo brings him down again. And Gordon's down. That's twice now, Caicedo. Heavily on Gordon early doors. And
every time.
Not even talking to from the referee.
Every single time we play, this happens. Caicedo kicks Gordon early on.
Yeah,
no
he
protection
does.
for Gordon.
I mean, that's a bad tackle, that.
Oh, he's got no idea. He's got no intention of playing the ball, has he?
No.
No intention.
Gordon totally outdone him there. Here's Gordon again. And Burn wins a throw-in off Cole Palmer, who we're yet to mention in this first 10 minutes of the game so far, which is good news for us. Of course, if you were watching Sky last week after they beat Liverpool, I mean, you would think that Palmer was worth a Ballon d'Or.
Palmer. I don't know about Palmer.
I'm not getting Maresca's pink jumper. I mean, why is he in a jumper on a day like this, for God's sake?
And why pink? What's pink got to do with Chelsea?
I mean, it's more salmon, isn't it? I guess salmon is. Listen, us fashionatos here on the Toon Review.
Future.
Burn with a lovely ball across to Murphy on the other side. Murphy brings it down on his thigh, plays it back to Fabian Schär. Schär under pressure, left-footed ball up towards Isak. Isak rolls it nicely to Livramento, who's on his bike. Livramento's got Barnes to his right. Barnes now into the penalty area. Barnes looks for support, tries a shot instead. It's blocked. And we'll roll out for a Newcastle throw-in. I don't think Gordon really gave himself, give much of an option there for Barnes. But again, a very heavy tackle on Alexander Isak there from Chalobah again.
They're very physical, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Wow.
There's some strong tackles gone in very early doors here from Chelsea.
No intention of playing the ball, just charging through the player.
It was a lovely little flick, wasn't it, from Isak? He knew he was. I guess he had a feel he was going to get poleaxed there.
Yes,
but
very brave.
Throw for Newcastle, Murphy. And by the way, Billy, over 7,200 people watching so far across both platforms.
Fantastic.
Barnes. Thought it might have been offside there, but he wasn't. Tonali, nice ball to Murphy. Murphy looked as if he was going to cross, then lays it to Barnes. Barnes skips inside onto his left foot, crosses, headed away. Tonali with the header, comes down to Murphy. Murphy flicks it on again for Barnes. Barnes back to Murphy. Good bit of football this from Newcastle. Murphy heading towards the goal. Plays a low ball in, cleared well by Chelsea, but not very far. As far as Burn. Burn scrapping away with it. Does really well, actually, and keeps the ball. And now Gordon. Gordon again heads to the byline, cuts it back for Livramento. Shot chance here. Tino hit it, man. Oh, why did he not shoot? Tonali, it's blocked. Burn skips it back. Again, Billy, I'm just thinking that's really the one thing I want to see from Livramento is the confidence to hit that there because he was in such a good position.
Well, he can do it with his crosses, so why not with his shot? I mean, but we've been fantastic, aren't we? Keeping the ball.
It's an awesome start, this by Newcastle, I have to say. And we really do well with this formation.
We do.
Here's Murphy. And now Bruno. Bruno, low ball in again, and just ahead of Isak and Barnes. That was an opportunity again. Brilliant ball across.
Good keeping by Sanchez, to be fair to him, but it's a fantastic ball from Bruno, that.
Oh, Cole Palmer's took a blatant dive there and won a free kick.
Get out of it.
That's not a free kick in a million bloody years, man.
So he's allowing them to kick shit out of us, but giving them free kicks for nothing.
Yeah, he feels Tonali's hands on his back and he just collapses to the floor.
Not bad.
It's safe to say that nobody in the Newcastle crowd there was very happy because everybody was on the feet berating the referee, and rightly so. Shocking decision.
New haircut for Cole Palmer, and he still looks a bell end, if not more.
Okay. Sanchez now with the ball for Chelsea. And again, Isak doing the pressing. Sanchez, right-footed ball. And well won again by Livramento, who's had a superb start to this game. And could have had a goal if he took a pot shot. I just thought he was in such a good position, Billy, to hit the ball across Sanchez there.
Yes.
Oh, great tackle by Fabian Schär. And now Barnes is released again. Barnes going at the Cookie Monster for Chelsea. Barnes, little 1-2 with Isak. Isak, it's right to the back post. And Caicedo got there. Bruno, just wide on the volley. In fact, that was an opportunity again, Billy, and not far away.
I think maybe it would work, did it?
I think it was just wide, but great football again.
Outstanding.
Caicedo's header was shocking. Oh, that's not far from Bruno. Not far away.
Barnes with the confidence to go with his left foot, and it doesn't hit the post, but it's a great effort. Poor header, though, isn't it?
That was a terrible header from Caicedo, really. No clearance on it at all. Now a bit of free space for Nicholas Jackson. And here's Caicedo for Chelsea into the Newcastle half. Cole Palmer now brings it forward. And this is where Chelsea can be dangerous. Lavia out to Cucurella, now out to the left-hand side again, but back to the... That hair's ridiculous, Billy. I'm sorry, but how can a grown man have a haircut like that? There's no excuse for it.
No, there ain't. Tears for Fears, 1989.
Shout. That was Tears for Fears, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
Thank Christ.
Great song.
Here's Neto now on this near side for Chelsea, met by Livramento. Knock back again. Chelsea having to play it back. Colwill into Lavia now.
And we can see the 5-4-1 now in defensive structure. It's solid. It's regimented. Hard to play for us.
Well, they are. I mean, Chelsea are finding it very difficult. I mean, Newcastle happy to let Chelsea knock the ball around here and then go in like that, like Murphy does, and win the ball back. And Cucurella forced to go backwards now to Colwill, who has been pressed by Alexander Isak, and has to go to his goalkeeper Sanchez, just outside the D for Chelsea. Right-footed ball forward. And again, Dan Burn there with an interception. Tonali, Newcastle's goal scorer. I just love the way he finds space, Billy. He got the ball there and just ran into a bit of space to give him a bit of time on the ball. Here's Bruno. Lavia's on him, but Bruno stays strong. Great ball by Bruno. Sets Barnes away now. Barnes, he's got options either side of him. Plays it to Murphy. Murphy again. Murphy, still Murphy. He took too long on it. And it bounces off Cucurella. Murphy shouting to Isak that he should have gone round him. On the overlap.
Yeah, I don't know what Isak was doing, stood back there, to be honest.
He doesn't seem to make them killer moves in the box, Isak, does he? Murphy was really frustrated there. However, we do have a throw in. But again, great play from Bruno. Sprung us on the attack straight away. Sven Botman now. Absolutely fabulous to say his name again, Billy. Burn out to this near side to Gordon. Gordon once again wants to have a run at... I think he's got Caicedo on toast today, Billy, and could actually really get at him for discipline reasons. You know, get him a yellow card, and then once he's on a yellow, he's in big trouble.
Well, yeah, then I'll bring Reece James on and I'll get him sent off as well.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Murphy. Nice ball to Isak. Isak out to Barnes. Little 1-2. Flicked over. Isak, good defending that, because I thought Isak had the pace over Chalobah there, but he did well.
The bounce did him, didn't it?
Yeah, just look for 1 second, Billy, as if he was going to get away there, Isak.
I think he would have if it wasn't the bounce.
Yeah. Pope launches one long, but that's gone all the way through to Sanchez in the other goal. So just over 16 minutes gone. Billy, your thoughts on the first part of the game?
It's been a fantastic first quarter for now. We really have moved the ball fantastically well, looked very threatening, solid in the defence, and have the goal we deserve. It's been a fantastic first 15 minutes. It really has.
Yeah. Great step up again by Botman this time. Now Gordon to Isak. Isak can't control it, but Bruno now down for Isak again in the box. Isak looks for an opportunity to lay it off. He does to Barnes. Back to Isak on the edge of the box. Isak, 1-2. Not a great 1-2 with Bruno, but out for a throw-in again. And Newcastle looking really dominant here. Chelsea can't keep the ball right now, Billy.
It's unlucky that Bruno's just pulling the strings, isn't he? Little touches here and there. Back to his best again, Bruno, today.
Sure, that's a poor ball. Looking for Tonali. And Chelsea could spring on a break now with Pedro Neto. And they've got a man over here, Jackson. But he's been forced wide. Madueke is in the box. Still Jackson to the byline. Gets a cross in. There's nobody there for Chelsea. And Gordon can bring it away for Newcastle. Doesn't. He turns back towards his own goal. But that's just to give him a bit of time. And gets it back to Dan Burn. Back to Gordon. We've got to be careful here. Oh, that's a late tackle again. And play goes on. I'm not sure whether the referee actually waved play on or not. But that was a horrible tackle. But Bruno brings us away. And Bruno then wrestled to the floor. Free kick to Newcastle. And he is going to go back, I think, and book. Botman's down. It was a very late tackle on Sven.
Really, really poor stuff. The referee's got to get a grip of this game. He's got to protect our players.
That's an awful tackle, by the way. Is it Caicedo again? I mean, we're looking at the foul on Bruno. That was Caicedo again, throwing himself in on Botman.
I mean, Caicedo should have a yellow card for his arm around Bruno's neck. Fernandez, unbelievable.
Will Lee is a new member of the channel. Welcome to Members Club, Lee. Thank you very much for joining us. By the way, only 110 subscribers away now from 38,000, Billy. 110.
So all those on X, if you can get yourself over to YouTube, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's free to do so. Head yourself over to YouTube and pick up the subscription from there.
Over 8,700 watching now. Oh, Isak's hit a volley into the ground. What a chance that was for Isak, and he completely mistimes the volley. I mean, look at that. Tonali on free kicks. Brilliant free kick. And Isak completely makes a mess of that. But we're back on the attack again. Not a great ball through that by Bruno this time, though. But Chelsea just don't have an answer to this Newcastle onslaught at the moment. The press is there. And Chelsea do not like it. But how Caicedo has not been booked yet, I will never know. Madueke runs the ball out of play. Great play from Murphy again, Billy.
If he didn't get booked for that Botman challenge, he's never going to get booked. He can go out there with a shotgun and shoot people. He ain't going to get booked, is he? Shocking. No. He's made 4 really bad tackles already. We're only 20 minutes in, nearly.
That was a terrible tackle on Botman as well. Really late. Completely uncontrolled tackle as well, Billy. Just threw himself in.
He's getting away with murder. He literally is.
Well, Chelsea now have a chance to attack again with Jackson looking for Madueke down the left-hand side. Madueke, in comes a cross, headed away by Livramento, not very far. Palmer on the edge of the box, blocked. It comes from Palmer again, deflected wide, corner for Chelsea. Really good defending from Newcastle, just putting themselves in the way of the ball, Billy.
Yes, it was all from my own mistake, really, though, further up the pitch, wasn't it? We can't encourage them, we certainly can't. And first time Chelsea looked really threatening there. Great defending from Botman.
Ball into the box. Out comes Nick Pope and claims it. That's good goalkeeping from Pope. I don't know what Colwell's doing on the edge of the box. He's supposed to be a centre-back. Trying to block Pope from getting the ball out. Chelsea have really dirty tactics, by the way. Gordon. Again, this time Lavia nipping in at his feet late on. Here's Murphy again for Newcastle. Barnes has made a great run. It's a wonderful ball by Murphy. And Sanchez out to clear. Just before Barnes could get there. What a pass by Jacob Murphy. And Barnes again looking good on the break. Here's Murphy again.
Give the defender a bit of credit there. He did really well to stay goal side of him and allow Sanchez to come out.
Yep. But if Murphy had just got a touch on it, Billy, he was round them both.
He was, yeah.
Here's Botman for Newcastle. Burn in support. Dan Burn now. Inside for Tonali. Tonali left-footed ball. Trying to split the defence again. Looking for the run of Isak. Caicedo picks up the pieces for Chelsea. Caicedo in the centre circle now. Cole Palmer whips it across to Lavia. Lavia has the Cookie Monster to his left. Back to Lavia. And now Caicedo. But again, Newcastle very resolute with that formation defending, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lavia again. As Chelsea can just knock it around in this sort of middle part of the pitch. They're not really getting anywhere, but that's a good ball out now. Who's playing 23 for Chelsea?
Is it Madueke? No,
there's no 20. I'm looking at the starting lineup and there's no 23 there.
It's 25, isn't it, down here? Is it 23?
Well, Caicedo's 25. I'm sure I've just seen a 23. Yeah, there's a 23 there. Who's that? There's no 23 in the official starting lineup.
Anyway.
Somebody in the chat might know. I don't know who it is.
Is this just give a free kick for that?
Yes.
Are you checking the piss?
Well, he actually got his studs caught in the ground and he's given a free kick.
He hasn't even touched him.
That's an extremely baffling decision, but here's Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea. Of course, Chalobah's number 23, Billy. They've got him on the official Chelsea starting 11. They've got Chalobah as number 4. Of course, he's number 23. That's why I'm getting confused. Which, by the way, is very easy for me to do on a Sunday, early Sunday lunchtime.
Well, to be fair, if they put number 4 in the official team sheet, somehow why is it?
Well, anyway, Chelsea have a corner. Enzo floating around the box. It's a terrible corner again and cleared at the near post by Murphy, but he's kind of sliced that, and that's gone out for another corner to the visitors. Keep subscribing, guys, as we try and hit 38,000 on the stream today. Bottom right-hand corner. Rachel P says, so happy to be watching the match with TTR. Thank you, Rachel. And another corner for Chelsea. The two they've hit so far, or tried to cross so far, have both hit the near post. But that one is better, but it's cleared again. Caicedo with a long shot. That was going nowhere. He wants a corner. He's not going to get it. You just missed the shot, pal.
Not a bad effort, though, to be fair to him.
Yeah, it was always going wide, though. I mean, there was not even a glimpse of a deflection there, yet he's trying to get a corner.
Yeah.
No way was that even remotely close to getting a corner.
Each stadium has like 30 cameras at each, every one, and they're still trying to claim little flicks that no one there plays. It's ridiculous.
It's like the players don't realise, do they? They're like, oh, I'll still try and get it, even though I know for a fact I'm not going to. Pope with a long goal kick for Newcastle. Isak again clashing with Colwell there, and Cucurella back to Sanchez, who was quite a spectacular left foot clearance by Sanchez, but well won again by Byrne. Byrne had a bit of time there, but just rushed his play a little bit there. Jackson going in on Fabian Schär. Schär once again. That's a push by Jackson. Dear God! And again, referee decides to not say anything.
It's a nasty one as well. It's one of them ones into the bottom of the back that makes, the fall the worst bit of the injury. I
mean, there's just no protection here for Newcastle.
It's just John Brooks, isn't it? I mean, he's usually a good referee, but he's been absolutely dreadful today.
I mean, John Brooks does like to sort of let the play flow, but at the same time, you can't be having players going in like Caicedo certainly has done 3 or 4 times in this first half. Absolutely ridiculous. Ryan Bennett says he discovered us, the channel, after suggestions from Toon fans he was talking to during the parade.
Nice one.
Wow. K17 says, TTR, your number 1 YouTube channel for NUFC content. Thank you very much. Here's a chance in the box. And again, just couldn't find a Newcastle shirt. Murphy again, chests it down. Cuts inside of 2 Chelsea players. He's still going, Murphy. Lays it to Barnes. Barnes still. Brilliant run from Barnes. Just couldn't get the purchase on the left foot shot. And it's straight into Sanchez. But Barnes has been superb in this first half, Billy.
As is Murphy. To Murphy to get the ball through to Barnes there was outstanding. The two of them linking down that right-hand side. It's been outstanding so far.
just knocked off balance there, wasn't he, for the left foot shot?
Yeah, the angle didn't favour him, but he got a shot on target, which is all he can do from there, really.
Yep. Enzo lays it off to Cucurella now. Down the line, but inside again for Lavia. Now Caicedo, chased down by Tonali. Has to go back to Chalobah and across to Colwell. But so far, Billy, what I've noticed about Chelsea's build-ups are that they're not really coming at us with pace.
No,
it's very slow, laboured build-up from Chelsea. Great defending again by Livramento, by the way, but that's sloppy from Byrne. Really sloppy from Dan Byrne. But not a great ball fight across by Lavia. It's kept in play by Madueke on the far side. Inside now for Enzo. Lavia. Back out to Cucurella. Down the line again for Madueke. Murphy's there with him. Cucurella inside for Enzo. And again, Newcastle maintain that very disciplined formation of the 5-4-1 defensively, which Chelsea are finding difficult.
Ooh, I wish Isaac had stepped in there. He's standing there watching it. He could have stepped in, couldn't he?
Yeah, that frustrates me. He doesn't kind of...
2 yards.
Great play by Murphy again. Watch the run of Madueke. Held him off. And the ball ends up back with Nick Pope.
Outstanding defending from Jacob Murphy. I mean, I'm going to say it now. He should be in England squad. Yeah. He offers so much. One player.
He wasn't good last week, bro. I mean, he's going to have the odd bad game, isn't he? Like every player. But he's been outstanding.
Yeah.
Here's Botman. Clips it forward. Lovely touch by Livramento for Tonali. I'd love Tonali to leave one on Caicedo there, but he probably would have been booked, Billy.
Probably would have. Yeah, probably would have, wouldn't he?
But Livramento's been superb. Well, actually, they've all played really well first half so far in this first 28 minutes.
Yep.
A couple of lax passes, but you're going to get that.
I said Friday that we couldn't afford any passengers, and we haven't got any. Let's be honest, not today.
Certainly so far. No, not at all. Here's Pope. And now Botman to Murphy. Murphy inside for Barnes. Barnes, ball to Cher. Cher hits an absolute magnificent ball, but Caicedo's ball back to Sanchez wasn't the best, but he managed to get there first. Botman knocks it down brilliantly for Byrne. Byrne to Livramento, inside for Tonali. Tonali. Byrne. Botman. Again, look how calm he is on the ball, Billy. Nice ball up to Gordon. Gordon again. Caicedo again all over the back of him, and he still doesn't get a booking.
Come on.
I mean, that's five times from Caicedo now. I mean, that's ridiculous tackling. He's nowhere near getting the ball.
I mean, 2 or 3 of these 5 or 6 tackles he's made have been yellow card worthy on their own. He's made about 5 poor challenges.
Jesus Christ, chop my cock off with this sledgehammer. It's unbelievable, Billy.
It really is.
By the way, nearly 10,500 watching, by the way, on YouTube and X as Isak bursts down the left, cuts inside, lays it off to Gordon. That was terrible from Isak.
It really wasn't it? Good grief.
And the referee waves play on for a foul by Bruno, but again, you just have to touch a Chelsea player and he's blowing his whistle.
I mean, it wasn't a foul, was it? Let's be honest. Grief.
Well, he was nowhere near being a foul.
Dear me. Looks like we've got David Mellor as the pissing referee. Or Tim Lovejoy.
Yeah. Here's Cucurella. Back to Cole Palmer. Edging near the close to the penalty box. That should be Nick Pope's, and is Nick Pope's. He's come out quite a few times, Nick Pope, today, and done really well.
Yeah, liking his confidence, liking his control of the area. What we want to see.
Half an hour gone. Well, 30 minutes and 30 odd seconds. Newcastle lead by a goal to nil. A goal in the first 2 minutes from Sandro Tonali. Newcastle have played very, very well so far, but need to stay at it. Can't take our foot off the gas. Here's Enzo inside for Lavia now. Lavia to Caicedo, who should have had 2 yellows already for some of the fouls he's committed in this first 31 minutes. But as usual...
I was talking about passengers earlier. Dare I say that Alexander Isak has been a passenger for this first half?
Yeah. When he's had the ball, he's given it away.
There's no effort. Look him now. He's walking around. He's just. I know he's not fit. Definitely
he's
not.
He's definitely not fit. No, he's definitely not fit.
If he's not fit, then play someone who is.
Well, maybe Eddie's just said, obviously you can't press as much as we'd like you to, but obviously his presence in the box. As again, a dive there by Madueke, and Murphy just says, get lost, and takes the ball away from him. And a lovely little flick to Barnes. And Barnes is scurrying through the middle of the pitch. Lays it to Gordon. Gordon into the box now. Goes against Caicedo. Turns back to Barnes. Barnes, tried to chip it through to Isak, but Isak is just standing still. Oh, there goes out for a goal kick. But Jacob Murphy, Billy, what a flick that was.
It's an outstanding start to the game, hasn't he? As I say, he's so much than just a winger. He does everything, doesn't he? His defensively solid today as a right wing back. His distribution, his passing, and his vision is second to none. I've got to say, it's second to none.
The thing is, Isak pointed where he wanted the ball there, Billy. Barnes plays it there, and
it's a bit overhit, to be fair.
He did. He probably wouldn't have got there had he made the run.
But he was back on his heels.
And finally, are we going to see a yellow card here? Yes, we are, to Nicholas Jackson for a foul on Fabian Schär. And Bruno's berating sorry, it's a foul on Botman. He's not. Oh, I say.
Looking at him. Elbow. That's a red card.
That's an elbow right to the face.
That's a red card.
He's not even looking at the ball, Billy.
VAR's got to look at that one. That's a red card, in my opinion.
That's a shocker. That is an absolute shocker. And how many more of this are Chelsea going to get? Look, he's looking at Botman and elbows him straight in the face.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing there. VAR should see that as well. They should see that, and he should be off.
That's a shocker. I'm fucking sick of this, Billy, because this is disgusting. VAR are checking it.
Yeah, but I'm prepared to say they're going to send him off.
He's not even looking at the ball.
It's a red card.
That's a red card.
All day, every day, twice on a Sunday.
He goes in elbow first.
Yeah.
He's looking at Botman, then leads with the elbow.
I've got a feeling it's not going to be overturned, though. I've just got a feeling.
Well, when they stopped the play there, Billy, they stopped it with Nicholas Jackson's elbow right in the face of Botman. And he's going to the screen, Billy.
Oh, this could be off then. Sven looks like he's got a broken nose.
I'm sorry, but it is a red card. It's a shocker. Look at him looking at Botman and leads with his elbow. How can that not be a red card?
No, you need to show the bit before that, mate. There you go. Looking at him, elbow straight in the face. Knows exactly what he's doing.
It's absolutely disgusting. Nobody can say that. Apparently, Ali McCoist on TV commentary is defending that challenge. I'm sorry, you can't run into a player elbow first. Especially after you've been looking at where the player is.
But why they show this distance? We need to see the closer one. The ref saw that.
Why are we seeing the distance one? There, exactly. That one there, Billy. Look, leads with his elbow straight in the face, and I think it's going to be a red. It is.
Yeah.
It is a red card for Nicholas Jackson, and rightly so. You dirty bastard. Get off the pitch. And the fact that he's not kicking off with a referee, Billy, I think he knows.
Well.
Absolute shocker.
I don't know why Enzo Fernandez is complaining. I know he's the captain, but still, that's
well. Of course, they'll complain about it, but you can't argue with it. He leads with his elbow. He looks at the player. He leads with his elbow. You cannot do that on a football field. And he's still.
He's not gone yet, has he?
No, he's still walking off. I mean, he's got a. I don't like this kind of attitude, Billy. He's done wrong, blatantly wrong. He knows it, Billy. In his face, you can tell.
He's probably thinking, I've made one foul in the first half, and my teammates have made one of them has made about 6, 7.
Yeah, well, Billy, that I'm sorry, but that's dangerous play. It's a blatant red. That leading with the arm, especially when he looks at Botman.
And let's not
looking
forget,
at the player.
Let's not forget that's his season finish now.
Yep, absolutely. and he's chatting now with the fourth official. I don't know why. You cannot get away with that kind of crap on a football field. I'm sorry. But Chelsea, they've been over-ambitious, a little bit over-enthusiastic with the challenges, Billy.
I think you're being kind. I think they've been downright dirty.
Yeah, well.
It's a definite tactic to be over-physical and kick us off the park. And they've done it in every game we've played against them in the past 2 years. I mean, Anthony Gordon gets kicked every single game in the first 5 minutes from Caicedo. They get away with it. They haven't got away with it this time.
Of course, remember Stamford Bridge. He went straight after Gordon, didn't he? And then Gordon was injured.
Yeah.
TV commentator saying he didn't mean it. Well, I'm sorry. As Burnhead one's just wide, but I think he's given a free kick.
He didn't mean it. You're looking at him and then elbowing him in the face.
How can you not mean it when you're looking at... Exactly, Billy. You're looking at where the player... Yeah, he's just slightly offside there, Dan Burn. You're looking at where the player is, and then you lead with your elbow to his face. How is that not meant? It's a blatant red card. No question about it. It was a fantastic header that by Dan Bird, just wide of the post, but he was offside slightly. Sanchez beating all ends up. I mean, that's why the TV commentary is a load of shit, and you should listen to us. Because they talk absolute nonsense on there. But of course, Ali McCoist is an ex-striker. He's going to stick up for strikers who lead with their elbow like that. But I'm sorry, the fact that he looked where Botman was and then led with his elbow. Brilliant defending again from Livramento, by the way. Newcastle now trying to play it out, and that looks like a foul again. In goes Lavia now and flattens somebody. Bruno is furious. And this game is getting out to Enzo again in the referee's
face.
This is crazy, Billy. And the referee needs to... That is a shocking tackle again on Bruno. And the fact that Chelsea don't even read... What is Maresca complaining about? You bell-ended a pink top. Jesus, wept. You can't, you just can't go around the football pitch manhandling players like they are. I don't know what sort of tactics these are, Billy.
They're behaving like Argentina in 1966. I mean, that's a long time ago, but they're just trying to kick us off the pitch. That's basically all they're doing. They're one down, 10 men, kicks off the pitch. Obviously, they see the bench as their big point, and well, I can understand that, but you don't do it by kicking people.
Yeah, and chance here for Newcastle. Livramento, good tackle this time. We're only 90 subscribers away, 90 subscribers away from 38,000 guys. So if you're watching on Twitter, head across to YouTube and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please do subscribe. Free to do so. Can we hit 38,000 by the end of the Matchday live show? Crossed into the box. Share heads it away. Bruno now to Barnes. Oh, what a touch by Barnes. And then Barnes is held back by Lavia, but just a real good, strong battle this time. Now Madueke for Chelsea. Into the penalty area. Plays it low. Neto's there. Couldn't get purchase on it. And Livramento brings it away. Danger for Newcastle this time. And now Gordon. I mean, this game is just full of life, to say the least. Livramento does well to keep the ball away from Palmer. Now Bruno. And he'll settle it down, sprays it across to Fabian Schär. And he has Barnes in support now. Barnes. Murphy, Isak and Gordon all ahead of him. Plays it down for Murphy. Murphy. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. And he has a bit of a laugh to himself there, as that might end up in the time, Billy.
I've not got there yet. Yeah, I have now.
He got slightly under that. Let's just put it that way.
I think he's hit the Eddie Howe flag hanging out the hotel.
Yeah, that's gone through somebody's window at the Sandman. Bloody hell. Definitely got slightly under that, Billy Bob. Well, just under 5 minutes to half-time. Newcastle have been excellent in this first half. Scored in the first 2 minutes. Chelsea down to 10 men. They've been absolutely disgraceful with some of their tackles, Chelsea. I'm not sure where Fabian Schär's trying to put that, but Isak's given chase. Sanchez half volleys clear again. But that's going to end up back with Nick Pope because nobody is closing it down for Chelsea. I mean, I wonder if they do make a change, Billy, because we saw Reece James at the sending off. He was sent out to warm up, but we haven't seen him yet.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, it's a game they've got to win as well. So,
Yeah.
do they make themselves stronger defensively? But they still need to kind of create chances and score goals.
Yeah.
They're playing with that
Anthony
centre forward at the
Gordon.
minute.
Chalobah did really well against Gordon there. And now Neto to Caicedo inside for Enzo. Closed down by Tonali. Chalobah back to Sanchez. Sanchez just kicks it straight out of play. That'll do us. Thank you very much. And Maresca continues to berate the referee. Well, you can do that, pal. But at the end of the day, it was a blatant sending off.
I mean, it's not even a case of pushing the boundaries. They've been way over the boundary. 5 feet over the line. It's been shocking the way they played this first half.
Absolutely. Certainly lots of talking points at half-time, without a shadow of a doubt, from what we've seen so far. Here's Botman. Tonali. And now Fabian Schär. Schär has Murphy in support, but uses Tonali again. Nice play by Newcastle United. Now out to Murphy on the right. Murphy sees the run from Barnes. Lets it go. Bruno plays in. Barnes! Oh, great tackle again by Chalobah at the last second. What a tackle that was. And it had to be, Billy.
Yes, absolutely. Last gas tackle. Otherwise, it's 2-0.
Beautiful football, that from Newcastle. The touch from Bruno there to send Barnes in. And Chalobah at the last second gets a foot on it.
Slightly over here, isn't it? But it's a fantastic tackle from Chalobah, that.
Yeah. It looked slightly overhit, but he sort of put backspin on it, didn't he? So he kind of killed it.
Yeah.
Barnes is going to take the corner for Newcastle. It looks like a short one with Murphy. Madueke is over there trying to stop the short corner, but here's Tonali. This is definitely from the training ground. Barnes, in comes the cross. Burn with a header, not enough purchase on it. And straight to the arms of Sanchez. And I think there's a Chelsea player rolling around in the 6-yard box there. Colwill.
They're trying to get Burn sent off there. Chalobah took away, but I think Burn should have done better there. He's
it was a good chance.
Box.
Really good chance. And now Madueke trying to break. Across comes Nick Pope. And Madueke running into Fabian Schär. They embrace. And I hope that's a friendly one and not a... I don't think Schär particularly liked that from Madueke, but what the hell? Here's Murphy. Barnes again, able to turn. Lovely little flick to Bruno. Bruno has Isak to his right. Here is Isak now. Isak to Murphy. Murphy inside for Bruno. Lovely play again. Murphy continues his run, goes down. Complains he was fouled. No one else really makes an appeal. I wonder if he was fouled there, Billy.
It's outside the box anyway. So they're not going to look at it. But yeah, I think he was fouled. I think he was definitely caught the feet of Murphy Cucurella there.
Yeah. But Newcastle playing some lovely stuff. Here's Barnes again now. Running at Cucurella. Plays it inside for Isak. Isak pulls it back. Just out of Bruno's reach, that. When Newcastle have it back again. Tonali. And now Dan Burn. He has Livramento in support. Livramento now rolls it inside for Gordon. Gordon now to Botman again. Schär outside to Isak, who's gone to the right wing now. Inside again for Murphy. Murphy, Madueke tracking him. Back to Isak. Isak, Tonali's made a great run. And in a lot of space, Tonali on the box. Plays it in. Oh, dear me. It just wouldn't go for Isak. And that was a big, big chance again. I'm not sure what Newcastle are trying to get there. 6 minutes of injury time, by the way, at the end of this first half.
I think he wants a corner. No, he's not going to get one.
No, it's definitely a goal kick. It was a good first touch, that, by Isak, actually. But I think he's trying to say he was fouled by Chalobah. Not for me. That's a good challenge by Chalobah just to put him off, Billy.
Yeah, it's definitely no foul there. It's a good defending. But did you get is this a corner? No, definitely not.
No, goal kick. Loaf with a super chat saying, how are we playing today? Hope everyone's well. Bloody excellent is the word for that. Dr. House with a super chat. Wish we had Big Joe on the pitch to give Caicedo a taste of his own medicine. How are the lads?
All seems to be the case, doesn't it? We play
I don't think we need to be honest. I think we just need to concentrate on our own game.
I agree.
And not get involved in any of the shenanigans with Chelsea. But here's Neto now for Chelsea. Cuts in on his left foot. Lays it to Madueke. Palmer makes an overlap. Cole Palmer now. Good play by Murphy. Palmer lets it go out. And it's a goal kick. Palmer thought he got a corner. So he actually left it, Cole Palmer, and it runs out, and he gives a goal kick.
He knows he's kicked it.
He does, quite clearly.
What an absolute arsewipe.
Thank you, everybody, for watching today. 11,500 watching across YouTube and Twitter, of course, or X. Please keep subscribing as we try and hit 38,000 by the end of today's Matchday Live. Welcome to all our new subscribers as well. And please don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying the commentary today. Here is Fabian Schoen, lots of space to bring it forward. And Murphy, who's been fantastic in this first half. Here he goes again. Bruno makes an overlap and run. Murphy just brings out the defence to him, lays it to Tonali. Now Bruno. Plenty space to this near side. Botman and now Byrne. Byrne with loads of space to run into. And Gordon now. Gordon. Livramento. Byrne. Interesting ball from Dan Byrne there, but we keep it. Oh, nice ball, actually. Then Byrne hits a worldie of a pass on the outside of his boot. And he's got it back again now. Newcastle just happy to keep possession at the moment. And then Botman hits a sensational ball across for Murphy. But Cucurella's header is a poor one. Drops to the feet of Harvey Barnes. Barnes nicely turns away from Madueke. Bruno. Out to Murphy again on the far side. Bruno continues his run, but it goes back to Barnes. And now Tonali. Back to Murphy. This is surely an opportunity to put the ball in. Murphy. Isak on the edge of the box. It's a terrible... What's he doing? He's not at the races, Isak. He's just not with it at the minute. And Neto gets away from Dan Byrne. Neto into the penalty area for Chelsea. Neto and a good block by Botman coming across. Corner to Chelsea. Great pace from Pedro Neto. But what on earth was Isak doing there?
Lord knows it was awful, but great cover from Botman. This is how Chelsea is their only way into the game is the pace of Neto now. Yeah. Madueke on the far side and just hope to hit us on the break. But we can't fall into this trap again.
But that was such a weak touch by Isak when the ball came across. You know, he's nowhere near his conviction's not there.
We're playing well within ourselves, though, aren't we? We're playing really well, but we're playing well within ourselves, and we don't need to be doing this kind of thing. You know, giving the ball away. Indeed.
Corner to Chelsea. Enzo will take. Byrne and Colwell having a bit of a pushing match again. In comes the corner, and it's high in the air. That's going to be Nick Pope's all day long. Thank you very much. And now Isak spins away. Does really well to get away from Enzo there. Now it's Gordon. Gordon. He fancies a run against Cole Palmer. Gordon is then brought down. Free kick to Newcastle. And Cole Palmer is incensed by that decision. Gordon's took a few nasty ones in this half, without a shadow of a doubt. And Enzo again in the referee's face.
Shocking. I mean, the way they behaved today, they deserve a fine for this.
I mean, he did catch back of Gordon's knee there. You can clearly see where the collision was.
It's a foul. I don't know what he's moaning for.
Well, Enzo again in the referee's face. Get him booked, referee! And in fact, he is booked. Enzo's been booked. So, yeah, he still went berating at the referee. So, Chelsea are all out of the shop here, discipline-wise. Absolutely disgusting.
For some odd reason, they think they've been hard done to.
Yeah.
When in actual fact, it's the other way around. They're lucky that I've got 10 men on the pitch. They should have 9, really.
Yeah. They've been shocking with the challenges in this first half. 1 minute of injury time left at the end of the first half. Newcastle lead 1-0 through Tonali in the first couple of minutes. Nicholas Jackson sent off for Chelsea. Now Gordon, free kick taken short. Gordon then goes across to Jacob Murphy. Murphy to the back post. Oh, Livramento was there, but he just couldn't get purchase on it. It was a good move, that, Billy, if it had come off, but Livramento just slid under his boot a little bit there.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Goal kick, unfortunately, as well.
Wow. Wowzers, wowzers. What a first half this has been, by the way. And we've played incredibly well, Billy.
I couldn't agree more. It's been a fantastic first half performance, and I think 1-0 flat as Chelsea, if I'm perfectly honest.
Indeed, indeed. I want to see a bit more from our striker, though. I'm sorry, but when you're controlling the game like this, as the halftime whistle goes, and Newcastle United completely dominant in that first half. What a brilliant performance so far from Eddie Howe's men. And certainly, Billy, a performance that we can be really proud of there. What a first half.
Well, we've played some really good stuff, haven't we? And Bruno and Tonali have been outstanding in the middle of the park. Chelsea are trying to manhandle us off the game, be over physical with us, not working. It took the referee 35 minutes to do anything about it. But we're against 10 men. We've got the goal. We look calm in possession. We look threatening in possession. I think we'll get another goal or two in us yet.
I mean, the Chelsea players are all over the referee and shouting and screaming at him. He's got to maintain discipline here. If they step over the mark, Billy, which I think they have on numerous occasions so far, get them off.
Yes,
No shit, and get them off.
He's allowed them to get away with murder.
Yeah.
And he even didn't want to send off Jackson, let's be honest. It's only VAR looking at it second time that got him sent off. Why he's not sending him off for the first, seeing it, he could see it. Shocking, really.
I mean, Caicedo's tackles have been absolutely disgusting, by the way.
He's made 7 or 8 fouls, of which 3 of which have been yellow card worthy.
I mean, he's actually looking at the player and then elbows him in the face. Deserves a red card. Absolutely shocking. Oh, I've just had a Starbucks delivered, Billy. Would you believe it?
Well, that's fantastic, isn't it?
You can't beat a Starbucks on a Sunday, matey.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, 1-0. Flat as Chelsea. I think there's two or three more goals this first. I've got to be honest. Yep. We have to maintain this, playing within ourselves. And let's not give stupid possession away and allow them back into the game. And this game's ours.
Yeah, I've got a spinny wheel of death, so I'm going back to the main menu for half time. And then I'll go back into the game for the start of the second. 12,000 almost watching. Please keep subscribing, guys. Let's see if we can hit that magical 38,000 by the end of today. We're only now, 58 away. 58 subscribers from hitting 38,000, guys. What a day that would be. A fantastic Newcastle performance. Hitting 38,000 subscribers. You are legends. Alex is joining us. What a half that was.
Indeed. I mean, it was exactly as we talked about in the preview. We said it would potentially be a back 5. And we mentioned we need to, it's not necessarily a defensive change to go to a back 5. As we showed against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup games, we played a slightly more defensive lineup in theory, but we were still really, really aggressive. And we've kept that today. Gordon back in the lineup has been really, really good as well. I think they're still a bit immature. Well, maybe immature is the wrong word. Not mature enough in their attitude and their game style and their game state, Chelsea. And we've been really good. He's been completely outdone. A bit of gamesmanship, apparently training and warming up as a back 4 to throw everyone off the scent. But people who watch Newcastle week in, week out could have told you that this was the game plan. It's been talked about for the last few days among the fans. Maresca's got it wrong. Pundits have got it wrong. Newcastle have got it absolutely spot on. And we're 1-0 up. They're down to 10 men. And this is a good chance not only to get 3 points, but to improve our goal difference and hammer theirs.
Indeed. Sam, we'll come to you in just a second. Keith Truscott with the super chat saying we can take Isak off as he's definitely not at the races like the rest of the squad. Get Wilson and Rasula on. Calvin says, can't believe people wanted Murphy dropped after one bad game. He's been outstanding. Well, Lady Sam, an absolutely superb first half. Chelsea, very exuberant in their tackles, I think it's fair to say. Definitely a sending off for you.
Oh, 100%. He looks him square in the face before he gives him the elbow. Right decision. I was really concerned with the ref in the first half because they have been dirty bastards. Really going in tough. And the physicality, I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but I think sometimes, missed opportunities for the ref to sort of bring it into line a little bit. So I think the card will have definitely taken the sting out of their game somewhat. But it was definitely a sending off for me. But Caicedo as well, just as bad. I mean, ridiculous. Alex, I mean, me and Billy mentioned Caicedo in the first 10 minutes. He made 3 ridiculous fouls that he hasn't even been booked for.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake by the referee not to have booked Caicedo at this point because you're putting player safety at risk by just allowing It's the type of tackle as well. They're very aggressive challenges, which you do want to see a physical sport. That's what the news was at the beginning of the season, that they were going to try and let a bit more go this year. But that needs to be pulled up, because it's just going to encourage it, and players are going to get injured. And yes, as Sam has said, they've been really, really dirty. Lavia as well. Enzo Fernandez, for some reason, kicking off. I mean, for basically the only challenge that was maybe Chelsea got hard done by was the Cole Palmer foul on Gordon, which was probably a bit soft. And Fernandez is the Chelsea captain of all people, with dissent as well, got booked. I think they've lost the plot a little bit. I think one of the only players that I think has been really positive for them has been Chalobah, who's the guy they didn't want, which is quite amusing.
Yeah. Sam, we've got over 12,000 people watching on both platforms at the moment. So do you want to give your little
Yes,
raising your little zip line a shout out, please?
Yeah, certainly. So, folks, I am going to be doing a zip line across St. James's Park next Friday, which is going to be absolutely amazing, provided it doesn't end tragically.
Off your rocker.
Yeah. But hey, it's for a good cause, so why not? All to support the Newcastle Foundation, independent charity who do so much in our community. They've helped nearly 70,000 people in the northeast of all abilities, all age ranges, including career opportunities, all centered around football, mental, physical health as well. So please do get involved. The link is there at the bottom. I'm also been putting it in the chat as well. And thank you so much to those who've already donated really generously. Even just give us a pund, people. Please, a pund.
I mean, the TTR Massive can well and truly clear 300 quid.
Way
No doubt
I mean,
about
when
it.
you start from level 7 there, and then just straight on into the Gallagate.
From the roof, Billy. From the roof.
From the roof, Billy.
Oh, Christ. From level 7 roof.
Yes.
To the Gallagate.
Yeah.
Grab Gallagate pigeon on the way down, will you?
I mean, Jesus. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description as well, and obviously we'll be putting the link in the description in all the shows and videos that we do this week as well to help push Sam towards our goal. What a start, Sam! An absolutely fantastic start. But Murphy and Barnes have been simply brilliant.
And we've needed to see it. I think that the whole team is playing out of the skin. You know, I know that we always talk about and hear from Eddie, well, it's, you know, we play each game that's in front of us. We don't look towards the future. These lads know what's at stake. We're seeing it. We're seeing the passion, the hunger, the ferocity. Our press is fantastic. Alex made a really good point earlier as well, that thinking that we were going to that type of formation may make us sit back a little bit. Absolutely, we are playing with confidence. Like, the lads just look like they're on full throttle here, and it's excellent to see. Murphy, absolutely, you know, he did have that bad game. You know, he's having the season of his life at the minute. Yeah, he's absolutely back at the races. So thrilled at that. Bit nervous about Isak though, I've got to say, and I'd probably like to see a little bit more daylight. I think there's a lot of goals in this for us. I think as soon as we get daylight in that scoreline, bring a Sula on.
Yeah, I think he's definitely not 100%. You can tell.
He's not.
Alex, it's strange to think that we were talking about leaving Murphy out in the preview, weren't we, and bringing Gordon back in, and Murphy puts in a display like that. I mean, considering it's at right wing back as well, he's been absolutely sensational.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was that we wanted Murphy to
it was
be
for
put
the
out.
formation.
It was more about trying to engineer Gordon getting back into the side and who could potentially come out for that. And Murphy probably had the worst performance out of the 11, in an attacking sense, in the previous fixture. So it wasn't that Murphy, you know, I think it's just one of those. You're trying to get your best players on the pitch, and the stars have aligned in such a way that we can get kind of a lot more of them. It's a shame for Kieran Trippier to miss out, but in defensive transition, we've got Murphy in every camera angle of being a right wing back. But then he's also in every attacking situation, he's there on the right wing on the byline. So he's going to be very, very tired tonight, as is Tino Livramento, who's been, not only is he's on his own bicycle, he's stolen someone else's. He's constantly at the byline for crosses, but he's also helping Dan Burnout. And the situations where he's not been able to, I just want to give Dan Burn a big shout out for matching a 60-yard Pedro Neto run stride for stride. People criticize Dan Burn for pace. Yeah, he's not blessed with pace. He matched that run for 60 yards, and it was enough. It's all we needed him to do. So all of them, as Sam said, have been playing out of their skin. And I think Chelsea are very lucky we've not put 3 or 4 in the back of the net, because we're creating so many opportunities at the moment, and we need to keep pushing because this could be an absolute drubbing. We need the points. We need the goals.
Don't forget, guys, to visit our website, thetoonreview.com, for all your merchandise. Sam is modeling one of the T-shirts. We've got loads of stuff on there, and loads of stuff will continue to be added. It's very quick dispatch as well. Once you've placed your order, our suppliers get them straight out to you within a few days. I'm repping the T-shirt as well, but my microphone's blocking the logo, which sort of defeats the object, but never mind. So that's thetoonreview.com. Smoky Topaz with a super chat saying, got to say, Chalobah has been brilliant. Should we bid for him? Stoic Gaming says, Stoic Protector here. Call me Stoic from now on. Future content change. Sam, I can't resist you when you ask so politely. Have a great day. James Elliott, a member for 4 months, says, love the formation we are playing. Hope one for next season. DK35 says, would any of you swap Tonali for Rodri? I wouldn't. I personally think he is the best midfielder in the world. Amazing player. David Arasima, or Arosmina, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, David. I butcher names, you know me. I think the 4 of you should model all of the merch. Well, we will be having a merch off with Sam and Stato later on in the week, of course. Stato claims he can model better than Sam. We will wait and see.
That's
on that
absolutely not what I claimed. I claimed that we can all have a good
yes,
go
it was.
Yes, it was. That is why you challenged.
What I said. Absolutely not.
Well, Sam agrees with me for once, so there you go. DJ Ellison says, same again, second half. Don't give them a sniff, and when they commit, we turn it over in attack. I think Bruce scared us all, but the back 5 is great.
There's nothing wrong with that formation. As we've seen this season, we've played some great aggressive attacking football.
Yeah, if you've got a manager who knows how to play it.
I don't even mind recruiting a couple more centre halves in the window. If we can get some good technical centre halves and then supplement the rest of the attack, I really like this way. It was great against Arsenal. It worked against Man United. It's working so far against Chelsea. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Guys,
and the aggressive attitude of our 5-4-1 against Steve Bruce's hoof version of it.
Hoofball. We are 46 away from 38,000 subscribers, guys. 46. So come on, we've got 12,000, nearly 12,200 watching on both platforms. Billy, would you like to give a shout out to those watching on Twitter?
Absolutely. Those on X who are watching through X, thank you for doing so. But we would really, really appreciate it if you could pop over to the YouTube stream and get yourself subscribed. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it'll help us go further to 38 and maybe even 39 if you all do it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Just make sure you hit the notification bell, guys, so you never miss an upload or a live show. We're live most days a week on an evening, and I put out news videos during the day as well. Lots to come up on the Toon Review, so even during the off-season, because I think we're going to be busy, given how many players we are linked to. David with another super chat saying, how about Tino super dribble? He should have shot. Yeah, that was a big opportunity. And Nick Thornton's also gifted 5 Toon Review memberships. So thank you very much, Nick. Right, we'll see you at full-time, Stato and Sam, hopefully celebrating another second half as good as that the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 more goals puts us level with Man City on goal difference. So we need at least 2 more goals, please, guys.
It does. Right, we'll see you two at full-time. Enjoy the second half, guys. And it will be me and Billy Bob taking you through the second half. We're just waiting the players to come back out. Graham Ritchie with a super chat. Great commentary, lads, as always. Can we have more of the same, please? Well, I bloody hope so. I mean, what will Eddie have said to the players, Billy, at halftime?
He doesn't have to say anything. I mean, we're playing well with ourselves. You know, we're playing so well. Chelsea are kicking themselves, really, shooting themselves in the foot. As long as we can maintain that style of football and that attitude and the way we're playing, I'll see us going another 2 or 3 goals second half. I think Eddie will say that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, guys, no spoilers in the chat. If you go to kick off before me and Billy do, just hit the pause button on your TV I'll tell you when we're underway on ours, and then you can press play and we'll all be in sync. You don't have to do that, of course. But if you want to be in sync with me and Billy, you can. But no spoilers in the chat, please. Wait until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then, of course, we can all talk about it together. Stefan Foster has also gifted 5 Toon Review memberships as well. Thank you, Stefan. As we're just seeing, well, Chelsea are already out. Newcastle coming out. Reece James on for Chelsea, Billy.
Well, he's had trouble with Newcastle United, hasn't he, before he was sent off last season? Yeah. I think Anthony Gordon will be licking his lips, shall we say.
Well, he will be. It's interesting to see. I haven't got confirmation of who's gone off for Chelsea.
I'm not sure. I think what will happen is he'll push Caicedo into midfield, won't he?
Yeah.
So perhaps Enzo Fernandez has gone off on a yellow card. Who knows?
It must be because Reece James has got the captaincy, Billy. So I'm just wondering if, although he is club captain, Reece James, isn't he? So, Toon last 66 with a super chat. Well, Gel Sam, I'd love to do that. Just donated. Thank you very much. Yeah, to do that takes some balls. I'm telling you, it takes some balls.
I wouldn't be doing it. Absolutely not.
Nah, I don't do heights, mate. But we're almost ready to go for the second half. Just waiting off the go-ahead from John Brooks. And there it is. We are underway for the second half. Can Newcastle United maintain this fantastic form they've been on in this game? And immediately Harvey Barnes has it down the right and wins a throw-in deep in the Chelsea half. Good start, that, Billy.
Absolutely. Straight away, it was a different kind of start, wasn't it? You know, the ball to the right. Yeah.
Just coming up with something glossy there, Billy, wasn't it? It was just something different to start the half instead of just looping it long. Here's Gordon. And a hip checked, but apparently a foul against Anthony Gordon by Neto. Gordon doesn't agree with that. Just seen it again.
That's a ridiculous.
How the hell is that a foul by Anthony Gordon, by the way?
That's a ridiculous decision. That's an absolute ridiculous decision. It's obstruction against Neto, if anything.
But he hip checks Gordon.
Yeah.
It's Madweke that's gone off, by the way, Billy.
Interesting.
So they're definitely going to push Caicedo up the field a little bit.
But it takes away another attacking threat, doesn't it? So,
that looked nasty on Tino there. Again, Billy, it's one of them when he's in the air.
Yeah, leaving himself in there so he falls. That's a really bad one,
that could be a really bad injury for Livramento.
Yeah, I think we're looking at knee ligaments or something there, the way it's felt. Oh, my God.
That was awful, that.
Please be okay, Tino.
Yeah.
And I think the play's deliberately done that as well. He's backed himself in to do that.
Well, he's sitting up, so he's gone back down again. But Neto is apologising. I think he'd be okay, Billy. He's not writhing around in agony, which is a good sign. He's shaking his head, though. I mean, it was awful the way. I think he's saying he jarred his knee when he fell to the ground, but he was in the air when Neto sort of bumped him there. I don't like seeing that, Billy.
No, exactly. It's the Harry Kane, dodgy tackle, isn't it?
I mean, Neto's shook his hand and apologised many times. As we see Lewis Miley there warming up already. It's definitely his right knee, Billy. I think he's trying to say that he jarred it when he landed. But again, for me, another... I mean, Neto didn't have to make that challenge. I mean, I think Neto feels quite shit about it, actually, judging by his reaction.
Looks like he's okay, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Neto's sort of looking at him and then backs into him. I don't think
he's looking at him. He's looking at him. Yeah, I don't think he's doing anything.
Yeah, I don't think Neto's doing anything. Neto's just protecting. It's horrible the way he landed, but I think Livramento looks all right.
It's the other hip. It looks the way he fell, but he looks okay.
Yeah, he's just done a Michael Jackson jink on the sidelines there. He looks okay. So just off for 30 seconds, of course. But I think this time Neto was looking round to see where Livramento was, just so he didn't get clattered by Livramento. I don't think there was anything nasty in that, Billy, to be honest.
I don't think Neto's that kind of player, was he, either?
No, definitely not. Chalobah for Chelsea, as Livramento is now back on the pitch. Clips forward. Caicedo, is Caicedo playing as a striker, Billy?
He could be. Nice bit of skill from Palmer there.
Yeah, straight at Nick Pope. But Livramento gets to stretch his legs now. And plays a beautiful ball through for Gordon. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. How is that not a push on Anthony Gordon?
That's the most blatant push you're ever going to see.
How on earth has Reece James got away with that?
VAR got to look at that, surely.
How is he not? I mean, Gordon gets in front of him for a start.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty all day, every day.
James pushes. Jesus Christ. Guys, no spoilers in the chat, please. If you do put spoilers in, the mods will remove you, and we don't want to have to do that. And now it's another free. Well, I get a feeling I know what's going to happen in this second half, Billy, with this referee.
Well, why aren't VAR looking at that? Why?
Oh, great play from Murphy again. Murphy down the right-hand side. Still Jacob Murphy in the box. Gets to the byline. Pulls it across for Barnes. He just couldn't turn and unleash the shot. Botman does really well. Up goes Tonali. And Chelsea try and get a break here. Botman is there. Caicedo now to Enzo. Chelsea trying to get forward, but again, Newcastle get men back. But here's Cole Palmer, who looks like he's moved more central again. Chelsea certainly want him more in the game, without a shadow of a doubt. Dan Robinson with a super chat saying Chelsea are a disgrace to football, playing dirty. As Reece James now has it. Now Cole Palmer. Palmer to Chalobah. Edward Gaunt with another super chat. Thank you, Edward. But again, good pressing by Newcastle. Billy forcing Chelsea backwards.
Yes, it's very nice to see them not allowing them to come forwards. They are a man short, of course, so it should be easier to do so.
Yep. Share wins it back. Gordon with a lovely little flick to Bruno. And then Bruno plays it forward for Gordon. Has he got the pace ahead of Colwell? Colwell's done really well there. I saw Bruno overhit that pass a little bit, Billy.
Just a yard or two. Yeah, just a yard or two.
And now Caicedo finds himself in all sorts of space for Chelsea to bring it over the halfway line. And then plays it out to the right. Looking for Neto's pace against Byrne. Byrne gets there and wins the goal kick. Great play, Dan Byrne. Slid in and plays it off Pedro Neto's shins for a goal kick, Billy.
I said about 6 weeks ago that I've noticed that Dan Burns definitely looks quicker than he used to. And he does. There's no doubt about it.
Well, he certainly liked that tackle as he screams like a roaring lion into the Lee's end. Looked like the bloody Hulk there, Billy. Now Murphy clips it forward again, this time looking for the run of Isak, but Sanchez comes out. Isak give him a little nudge there. Chelsea again with Caicedo out to the right-hand side to Neto again. Palmer looking for a 1-2 with Neto. Livramento lives with him though, but Neto does well to keep control of the ball. Neto on his left foot, in comes a cross. Shearer is there to head it away for Newcastle. Cucurella will keep it in for Chelsea. Well, Chelsea is certainly giving it a go, Billy.
Again, I think we're playing within ourselves, though. I've got to be honest. I don't think we've...
But Chelsea have no choice, Billy. They've got to come out because they've got to win the game.
Exactly. And I think it's going to leave spaces for us to move into at some point.
That's a late tackle by Fabian Schär, and Fabian Schär is going to be yellow carded.
First one of the game.
It's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he couldn't wait, could he? He probably had it out before he made the tackle.
I mean, it's a yellow. I'm not going to deny it's not a yellow, but if Caicedo can get away with what he got away with in the first half, then come on. Yeah. Jesus bloody Christ, man.
I agree.
Honest to God. A lot of comments from the chat saying we need to kill the game, Billy, and I think they're right. I think, we need to get a second goal here and just really put the dagger in the back of Chelsea's hearts. Just kill the game. Get it done. Get it won. Oh, Dan Byrne, that's a good ball, actually. And flicked on by Isak to Barnes. Barnes now.
Ooh, shame he couldn't play straight to his path, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bruno, he's lost the ball there. He goes down, claiming he was fouled. Come on, Bruno. That's too easy, son. Yeah, Caicedo now on the halfway line.
Good play from Lavia, that.
Yeah, Bruno was going to roll around injured there, and then he realised that Chelsea were taking the ball away and got up very quickly. But again, I mean, what would you say that we're doing here, Billy? I mean, are we just conserving energy? Are we letting Chelsea run themselves into the ground? I don't know.
As I say, we played within ourselves for the first 45 minutes, so there's no change for me. That's what I can see. Chelsea obviously going to be a bit more attacking, but again, they've got 10 men. At some point, the space they're going to open for us to move into. Yeah. Nothing to worry about yet.
Well, they haven't forced Nick Pope into a save, so absolutely I mean, you know, it's not like they're raining shots down on us. I mean, we are comfortable. Possession means nout. As it's with Dirty Sanchez now, and he lofts the ball straight out of play. That'll do us. Thank you very much.
Good press from Alexander Isak that time.
Lewis Miley is going to come on here. Now, is this for Livramento, Billy? Has Livramento recovered? If not, that means we're going for it's Botman coming off.
We're going for it back then.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, it's Miley into midfield, and we're going to go 4-5-1, I guess.
Oh, I hope that's not an injury to Botman, Billy.
No, it's not. He's not fine. He's not played for a long time. There's nothing to worry about, I don't think.
54 minutes is a strange time to bring him off, Billy.
Well, I think he wants to get a bit more control in the middle of the park. I think that's what the answer is here.
Yeah.
Lavio and Fernandez and Caicedo have had a bit of the run of the midfield early doors, second half.
So
I think everybody in there will help us out.
Yeah, Livramento's gone to right back and Dan Burn has gone to left back.
Oh, Christ, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd soon have seen Kraft come on.
Well, I was going to say that. I mean, it's a strange one, that, Bill, you have to say. Hang on a minute. No, Murphy's got... What the hell are we doing here?
Burns to the centre half, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing a lovely ball over the top for Gordon. Gordon then gets inside. Oh, good defending again. And Chelsea managed to get it clear, but Livramento is still at left back, so Murphy's just gone to right back instead of right wing back. Oh, late tackle on Gordon. Again, nothing given. Gordon,
got the ball that time.
I think he might have slipped. Yeah, he's not shouting at the referee, but he has come Cucurella now. I mean, this is a risk putting Gordon at right back, putting Murphy at right back, Bill, you have to say.
In a back four, yes, I agree.
I'd feel a lot more comfortable actually Burn at left back, to be fair, and Livramento right back. But here come Chelsea down this left-hand side now. Cucurella with an opportunity to get the ball in, and it comes straight into the arms of Nick Pope. I just want us to pick this up a little bit, Billy, here, because I think we give Chelsea a little bit too much encouragement.
Yeah, with the back four, Murphy doesn't become that defensively solid, does he? He can't make a mistake then. He's got no one behind him to cover.
Yeah.
I think we do need to solidify that back four somehow, and Emil Kraft seems the obvious choice.
But then if we take Murphy off, we're losing his... I mean, it's a difficult one.
One of Bruno Murphy, one of Barnes and Murphy's going to come off at some point anyway.
Yeah.
And I think
Murphy's played a lovely ball in again for Isak. Isak going against Colwell, wins the corner. Good battle in that by Isak. Colwell wanted a foul, but he was never going to get it. That was just a battle for the ball.
Yeah, good defending from Colwell. But good win from Isak as well, and a great ball from Murphy.
Yeah, Isak, get in the box, man. What are you doing taking a corner? Jesus Christ. Tonali comes across and says, no, mate, I'll take the corner. Let's see if we can do something from this one. I mean, Chelsea. The thing with Chelsea is, yes, they've got 10 men, but they've also got a strong bench, Billy. So they do have replacements that they can bring on for fresh legs, of course.
They've made how many changes already? Just the one.
Oh, and again, Isak's miss hit the volley. Corner from Tonali right to the back post, and Isak just, well, I mean that would have been a worldie had he got on the end of it, but I mean he just slices at it. But again, brilliant corner from Tonali, picks him out perfectly. Long ball from Chelsea, and again Murphy doesn't jump with Cucurella, and Cucurella's took it away from him. That is why I don't think Murphy should be at right back, Billy. Caicedo now to Cole Palmer. Palmer out to Neto. Newcastle do have plenty black and white shirts back. Reece James now for Chelsea. Neto again. Cuts inside onto his left foot. And now Lavia. to Reece James. I mean, I don't understand the Botman sub, Billy. If he's not injured, it seemed a little early for me.
Maybe he was injured, but I mean, I think Eddie thought he needed an extra body in midfield, and I think that's the way he thought he was going to do it. But I mean, we've not seen any. Miley's been invisible, hasn't he? I mean, I don't think he's switched the ball yet, has he?
No. I'm not sure that there was anything wrong with the midfield, though, Bill. I think.
Well, it's not changed, even with having extra men in there, I've got to say. And it's made us weaker at the back with Murphy. Not just. He's going to get booked for that one.
It's a strange one. Yeah, that was a late tackle, but referees allowed play to go on. And Caicedo again drifts past Tonali. Tonali gets back, brushed off by Caicedo. Tonali not happy with that challenge. But eventually we do get men back. Bruno back to Nick Pope. And now Fabian Schär. Schär goes long again. And that is a terrible ball by Fabian Schär. I'm not sure who the hell he was trying to get there. I mean, and Chelsea just getting the ball back all the time here.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happened to us here.
Who's got the 10 men here, you know?
Yeah, we need to wake up a little bit. Here's Lavia. Inside to Caicedo. Back to Lavia. And now Cucurella inside. Tonali is there. Didn't get the ball, though. And now Gordon. Burn. And Bruno slipped. And Lavia's took the ball off him on the edge of the box. Neto now for Chelsea. Good block by Livramento. But we are being pushed back by 10 men here, and I do not like this, Billy.
Well, we've got a passenger up front, and Isaki's not helping. He's not. Look, he's just standing in the middle of the park doing nothing, not offering any resistance to anything.
Yeah.
We've brought an extra body in midfield
by Bruno. And Bruno strides away from Cole Palmer. He's got Barnes to his right. Bruno's continued his run. Barnes back inside for Bruno. Back to Barnes. Brilliant football by Newcastle. And Sanchez intercept. But Barnes didn't put enough on that cross, Billy.
No, he didn't. It was a fantastic bit of football from Bruno and Barnes, but the final cross was found once. And then, again, they hit on the counter-attack.
But that was a good indication there of breaking out quickly. But we should be better than this against 10 men. I don't know why we've just sort of sat off them all of a sudden, Bill.
No,
but we've seen this before this season, haven't we? In the second half,
just that. I mean, Chelsea have got to push. It's not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they need 3 points as well. So they've got nothing to lose, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Lavia has the ball for Chelsea. Good ball into Cole Palmer. Found a bit of space between midfield and attack there. Plays it out to Cucurella on the left. Cucurella, what a good save. Nick Pope to his left. As the fullback from Chelsea drives it across towards the far post. And Nick Pope down with a big, strong left hand to push it away, Billy.
Yeah, it's a great save. And it's his dodgy side as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but nobody's picking Cucurella up. Murphy had come way inside. And that allowed a lot of space for the Chelsea fullback and a great save by Nick Pope. That's not an easy save to make. But he gets down quickly in a good hand. But we are under the cosh here, Billy. And my arse is going like a rabbit's nose all of a sudden.
Again, it's floating straight across and there's no one there, really. They're trying to isolate Murphy one-on-one and it's working for them.
Yeah, 62 minutes gone. Newcastle still lead by a goal to nil. But Chelsea are asking questions. We are 22 subscribers away from 38,000, guys. 22. And we've got over 13,300 people watching. Incredible. Thank you so much for tuning into the Toon Review on Matchday Live. Please keep hitting that subscribe button if you are new, and also the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And please give it a like if you are enjoying the show today. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to all our new subscribers. As the cameras want to look at the Chelsea fans for some strange reason, who are still urging their team on, as they would, of course. But it's very nervy at the moment, I get the feeling, Billy.
One of Murphy or Barnes has got to come off and get Kraft on. It's an obvious change for me.
Yeah, Kraft is coming on.
Now, who's coming off? Is it Barnes or is it Murphy? That's the big question.
Well, they both played really well.
Or is it Gordon? Could even be Gordon, couldn't it?
It could be, yeah.
He hasn't played for a few weeks.
But I don't understand that Botman substitution, Billy, for Miley anyway. That was a strange one for me.
Yes, I agree.
Murphy wrestled to the floor by Cucurella. No foul given.
Come on, ref.
Barnes is incensed. I mean, he just manhandled him to the floor there, and no foul by the referee.
Outrageous. This is shocking refereeing.
And what's going on now? Well, it is Anthony Gordon who's coming off. I think that's the right decision, Billy.
Jacob Murphy's been booked.
I'm not sure what the hell is going on here.
Is it for dissent?
Well, Chelsea were incensed because they wanted Gordon to go off on the far side, but he hasn't. He's come across to the dugout. Bit of shithousery from Newcastle, but we love it.
Barnes to the left wing. I can't imagine now. Murphy further forward.
Forward.
It should solidify us. It should do.
It should. But I just didn't understand the Miley one, Billy. I'm confused.
No, I didn't.
I don't know why he's done that. Anyway, Chelsea have a goal kick.
Especially as Louis Miley hasn't really gone to the game at all, has he? He's been on 10 minutes.
No.
I don't think he's touched the ball.
Well, but I'm more happy that Jacob Murphy's now up front as a right winger and Kraft as right back. And Kraft certainly has never let us down when he's played this season. So I just think we look more organised now, Billy, with a proper right back on the field.
Yes.
Because I'm sure that's what Eddie was worried about there. The fact that, he was getting so much space, Cucurella there, and almost got an equaliser.
I don't want to see have Fabian Schär give the referee a choice to send him off or not. This is another thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because he'll level it up if he can. There's no doubt about that in my mind, the way he's refereed.
Certainly the way he just doesn't want to give anything to us. Keith Scrimgoer is a new member of the channel. Welcome, Keith. Thank you for your support. Much appreciated. As Barnes now down the line for Livramento, but Reece James is there to cover. And back to Sanchez, who first time clear the ball, only as far as Burn. Can't find Barnes. And now Chelsea break again. Caicedo inside for Enzo. Enzo quickly met by Miley, but we lose the ball again. We just can't keep the ball at the minute, Billy.
No, they're winning the midfield battle. That's the problem.
Yeah, they've just sort of said, right, we're going to give it everything. And we've kind of just stepped a little bit back, but it's going to be a very twitchy 24 minutes plus injury time.
Bruno's got the left-hand side of the midfield three, and it's not working for us. I've got to say, it's not working for us.
Yep. Because
Miley's he's chasing flies at the minute.
He can't get in the game. He can't get in the game, Lewis Miley.
Dare I say Sean Longstaff may have been a better change with his physicality, at least,
Possibly, but the thing is, Billy, we're anonymous up front at the minute as well, because we've got a striker who is half fit at the minute, and he can't make a run. He can't get the ball. He gives it away. He's not playing any part in it, really.
No, he's not.
And Chelsea again on the attack here with Chalobah, and now Caicedo inside for Enzo. Enzo now for Cole Palmer. Back to Enzo again. Inside for Lavia. Oh, Lavia just managed to get there ahead of Barnes. In comes the cross from Reece James. And it will go behind for a goal kick. But I'm not liking this, Billy. I'm not liking the way we're encouraging Chelsea to come onto us here.
Yeah. The one good thing you can say about it is they have no cutting edge through the middle because they don't have a striker on the pitch. But
well, not at the minute. But
at some point, you're going to think they're going to get a chance, don't you?
Well, they've certainly got players who can finish.
Yeah.
We've only had one attempted shot in this second half, Billy. Chelsea have had two. And that just tells the story of the way this second half has gone. We've looked a little bit disjointed and a little bit ruffled.
They've not created anything massive, though, have they? Let's be perfectly honest. I mean, there's been a shot from Cucurella that was a good effort, but not close in, was he?
Here's Louis Miley now. Murphy inside for Isak. Isak's done really well there. But he's lost the ball in a very dangerous place. And Enzo brings it forward now for Cole Palmer. Palmer now. Palmer's ball across is blocked by Emil Kraft. Back to Palmer again. Schär is there to meet him. Palmer right to the byline, wins the corner for Chelsea. But Isak again, Billy.
Yes.
Just not with it.
dare I say, it's time to bring him off now.
I mean, the thing is, Billy, he did well to hold on to the ball there and make some space for himself, but then he just takes a heavy touch and loses it.
Yeah, he just wanted to do too much, wasn't he?
Played it off, yeah.
Yeah.
And another corner for Chelsea. Neto takes it short to Cole Palmer. Now Caicedo. Caicedo back to Palmer. Not a lot of options ahead of him. Has to go back to Caicedo again. Caicedo to Lavia. Lavia knocks it onto Reece James now. James back to this near side. And that's too much for Palmer. And out for a goal kick. I don't understand the point of keeping Isak on the pitch, Billy, because I know he's a goal scorer, but at the same time, he's offering us nothing. And we're weaker with him on the pitch as far as I'm concerned. We can't expect him, if he's carrying a knock, to run around and cause problems. He's anonymous.
Yeah, I agree.
Really heavy touch there.
It was a poor pass to him, to be fair to him.
And James gets in there, takes Livramento out at the same time, but won the ball. And a very worried look at Eddie Howe, but he is Bruno. That's a beautiful ball across to Emil Kraft. Kraft now back to Bruno. Bruno has Murphy in support. Kraft goes on the overlap. Murphy, beautiful ball into Bruno. Oh, he's done the same as he did against Ipswich, Billy. I mean, he's in a position to rifle the ball in the back of the net. He's blasted it over.
Or he could have just lofted it to the far post where Harvey Barnes went for tapping. Look at Barnes' far post here, look. You're not going to show him, but look. Completely unmarked. It's a beautiful pass from Murphy, by the way.
Oh, that's awful for Bruno. That is shocking, but it's shockingly bad. Oh, Kraft taken out there. And he's down injured. It was Cucurella that made the challenge. No fouls, says the referee, by the way. I mean, maybe Kraft is just winded. At least I hope he is. Yeah, I think that's just winded. Billy fell on his breadbasket. Newcastle wanted a foul.
But he's backed in again, hasn't he? He's backed in again. To me, it is a foul.
Well, it just doesn't seem like a foul in football these days, does it?
Looks like Sancho's coming on.
Yep. Keith Dites with a member for 38 months. Thank you, Keith. Hope you're well. He says, Billy, welcome back.
Thanks, Keith.
It's Chelsea. Well, that's a foul by Enzo.
Of course it is.
And then Enzo goes flying to the floor. Tonali's then lost the ball, and it runs out for a throw. I mean, we're all over the place, Billy.
It's been about 5 fouls on Newcastle players there. I've not seen any of them.
I don't get how we can be so dominant. I know Chelsea has stepped it up a bit because they have to, but we need to respond to that, Billy. If we're playing well within ourselves in the first half, then we need to up the gears.
Well, yeah, I agree. But again, they're not creating. They're still not creating, even with the possession they've had, the domination.
Well, not yet, but there's still plenty of time left, and
there is.
Like I say, they've got a much stronger bench than us as well. Let's not forget.
I think we're still gambling on the fact there's going to be some spaces open at some point. I think that's what we just had a chance there with Bruno, didn't we? So,
yeah. Here's Kraft. Keith Truscott says we have 0 advantage with Isak staying on.
It's a fair point.
The thing is, you'll get loads of people saying, "Well, you know what you're having to go to Isak for? He scored all them goals this season." We're talking about the here and now, and we're talking about qualification for a Champions League, and leaving him on the pitch. I mean, I'm hoping that the fact we're saying all this, he goes and bangs in a goal. Here's Emil Kraft. Inside, Bruno now, on the edge of the box. To Miley. Miley, out to the left to Barnes. Barnes, back to Miley. Now Livramento. This is better by Newcastle. Bruno. Oh, great ball to Barnes. Barnes past Colwell. Good tackle by Colwell at the last second. And Miley can't keep it in play, and it's out for a Chelsea goal kick. But brilliant from Colwell, Billy.
Been outstanding, isn't he? Him and Chaloba at the centre of the South Chelsea defence. Been phenomenal. They really have.
Yeah. I mean, that was literally, he had to do it. He had to get the ball, and he did. Not great for us, of course, but it was.
You've got to give credit where credit's due. Those two have been phenomenal today.
Absolutely. We're 6 subscribers away from 38,000. 6 subscribers, and we have over 14,000 watching across YouTube and X. Thank you to all our new subscribers and welcome to this fantastic community. Very fast growing community as well. Welcome to everybody. Please keep hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free. And don't forget to like if you're enjoying the commentary as Murphy tries to play an Isak there. And again.
Oh, it's a great effort though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Isak's not alive to it, is he? Incidentally, Emil Crawford's come on. It's been absolutely phenomenal since he's come on.
I think there's something wrong with the ball here. But here come the Chelsea changes. Jadon Sancho is definitely one of them. And he's going to be replacing Chalobah.
And Gusto, I think. Is it Gusto? Yeah.
Deutsche is his first name, Billy?
Dolce.
Dolce or Dolce Gusto, whatever it is. So Chalobah's one of them. And Lavia is the other one.
Well, this is now Chelsea going for it. This is definitely the last throw of the dice for
this. This might leave some gaps at the back now, which we can hopefully exploit. But Maresca's had no choice to do it, and he's been handed some paperwork there, Reece James. And that goes down his sock. Long ball again. Cole Palmer. And Miley is there. Tucks the ball off him really well. Bruno now to Isak. Isak touch on for Murphy. Murphy closed down, but now Miley. Good ball out to Barnes. There's plenty of space now opening up for Newcastle. Barnes in for Murphy. Murphy, tries to clip a left foot ball in for Isak, and it's way over his head and out for a goal kick.
It should have been on his bed. It should be 2-0. That should be 2-0.
I don't know why Murphy didn't play that across the floor, Billy. I think is he just off there? I don't know. He should have driven that across the bottom.
Well, I'm not sure if it's offside. I think it might have been on. But
it would have been close, but it doesn't really matter now anyway.
No.
15 to go, or just under 15, plus injury time. And it's not been a walk in the park this second half, it's fair to say. It's still very much squeaky bum for Newcastle fans. But we still lead by a goal to nil. Chelsea have 10 men. John Bailey is a new member of the channel. Welcome, John. Thank you for signing up. And thank you for your support moving forward. John will be able to take place now for all the members' draws that we do on the channel to win some fantastic prizes. And, of course, now the website is up. We'll be able to give lots of merchandise away as well. So there you go. Yeah. Here is Tonali. Inside for Bruno. Bruno back to Tonali now, over the halfway line. Now to Barnes. Chelsea definitely opened up at the back a little bit there, Billy. That's not a great return by Barnes. Neto is there to sweep it up. And now Sanchez kind of sliced that clearance. Barnes wins it. And cleared away again by Chelsea. Byrne will bring it down. Nicely brought down. And gives him a bit of time to knock it to Fabian Schär. Schär looks for support from the midfield and gets it from Miley. He's able to turn and then brings Livramento into it. And now one for Barnes. This is where Barnes is good. Barnes, still Barnes. Looks for support. Gets it from Miley. Miley back to Livramento. Inside for Bruno. Back to Tonali. Lovely first touch. Brilliant from Livramento. Oh, Barnes took too much of a touch. And he kicks himself for it. It was brilliant football from Newcastle there. And at the last second, Barnes just took a real heavy touch. And now at the other end, here come Chelsea. Neto cuts inside of Tonali, but Tonali's there. Chelsea players falling all over the pitch. The referee says, get up, which makes a pleasant change, I have to say. Here's Cucurella. And now Sancho, back to Cucurella. Inside. James to Caicedo. Palmer trying to find a way through this Newcastle defence. Now to Sancho. On for Neto. Good cover by Schär. Chelsea corner, Billy.
Yeah, Miley's come into the game in the past 10 minutes. It's a much better last 10 minutes. But yeah, we've got to be alive and alert to all these little flick balls that Chelsea are doing. They've got
that last move from Newcastle was brilliant.
Yeah.
And Barnes, it just took a heavy touch off his right foot.
Just when he needed a good first touch, he didn't get it, did he?
Yeah. Sancho will take the corner for Chelsea. Just under 12 minutes to go in the 90. Well, Enzo's just pushed Bruno to the floor there. How is that not a free kick?
Been booked as well.
I mean, it's a blatant push.
Been booked.
Is Enzo Argentinian, Billy?
Yes, he is.
Well, that says it all. A Brazilian and Argentinian having an argument. That doesn't happen much, does it? And they're still going at each other.
Bruno's
And
been
then
white.
then-
Enzo, get Enzo sent off here.
Yeah, Fabian Schär is in there as well. And Bruno then goes back to Mark and Enzo, and they're having a bit of a argument. The corner is terrible, by the way. And Barnes flicks it, looking for Murphy to break away. Murphy gets in front of Caicedo, who takes him out. No foul. And Chelsea get on with it. Neto now. Miley is there. Neto skips inside of him. Good play that by Pedro Neto. And Chelsea trying to build again. Neto has it back again. Across for Cucurella. Sanchez on this near side now, running at Emil Kraft. Sancho cuts inside, cuts back again. Kraft staying with him though. Palmer's ball in his way over the bar and out for a goal kick. The Ballon d'Or nominee, Cole Palmer, with a brilliant cross there, Billy.
Yeah, he's been very quiet, hasn't he? Very quiet.
14,500 people are watching at the minute across YouTube and Twitter. Welcome to everybody.
Subs.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'm not going to have a look, Billy, because I want to be surprised. Just keep subscribing, everybody. We're very close to 38,000. You guys are legends, absolute legends. And welcome to everybody who's subscribed so far. It is a fantastic community on the Toon Review. Lots of prizes and live shows, everything Newcastle United. It was, yeah.
Great cover from Byrne. Go on. Oh.
Isak throws Cucurella to the floor. There's still a lot of niggle going on in this game. And Isak's just really wiped out Cucurella there. And the referee tried to say that he was only an inch away from getting the ball, which is why he wasn't booked. Astounding. But here come Chelsea again. And now Sancho on this left-hand side. Sancho inside for Enzo. Enzo is marked by Bruno and Murphy. But back to Sancho again. Sancho cuts inside, looking for the right footer. Crossed in by Reece James. Headed away and on again by Barnes. Wasn't the best of clearances, that. Puts us a little bit under the cosh. Caicedo now. Isak's on his haunches there, Billy.
Yeah, get
it. The ball's 2 yards in front of him, and he's down in his haunches, holding his knees.
Well, he just made 2 runs a minute ago, didn't he? He's run his race. He's run his race 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, longer.
Dear, I just what a completely different second half, Billy. It's unbelievable watching Newcastle United. It really is. You just don't know what's going to happen. Neto now, beautiful ball for Sancho, who's found a lot of space in the penalty area. Back now for Enzo. Enzo tries a shot. Nick Pope is there with a brilliant tip over the bar. And Chelsea continue to knock on the door, Billy.
Eddie's got to make a change. We're playing with 10 men. Both sides are playing with 10 men. One's been sent off. Our centre forward's playing like he might as well have been sent off. Yeah.
I mean, that was a great save, by the way, from Nick Pope. Let's not go unnoticed, that save. And a corner for Chelsea, which Reece James will take inside the final 8 minutes of the 90. In comes the corner again. Byrne is there with a header. Blue shirts falling all over the place. And now Enzo's gone down holding the back of his head. He realizes Chelsea have the ball. He still can't get up. Get up, you tart! Palmer now for Chelsea. Caicedo. And out to the near side now. Neto is swapped over with Sancho by the looks of things. Neto having a run at Emil Kraft. Kraft sticks by him. Now the cross comes in from Neto towards the back post. Headed down. Bruno is there. And Barnes can bring it away for Newcastle. Plenty blue shirts back though. Barnes can't hang on to the ball. Colwell takes it off him. Barnes wins it back with the referee says a foul. I mean, we are all over the place right now, Billy. There is no coherence in the Newcastle 11 at all.
I don't want to be critical of the manager, but surely you can see what we're seeing here.
Well, his original substitution was when it all went pear-shaped. When he took Botman off for Miley, it's gone south.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the 5 at the back, Billy. I thought we were comfortable. We play better.
And he could have made the change of Kraft, couldn't he? I mean, he didn't have to do the change of Miley, did he?
No, I don't know why. I found that really strange. I don't know what's happened second half. I really don't. But we still lead. That's the main thing. We're still a goal ahead. Crypto Rambo says, this is ridiculous. They're playing like we are the one with 10 men. What WTF, Newcastle? Thank God they have 10 men. They would have scored by now.
Is he booked Bruno for that?
Yeah.
Absolute bollocks. It's a foul, but it's not that bad. Or maybe it is.
Of course, Chelsea wanted a penalty there. Bruno and Enzo again. Final 6 minutes. Bruno now won a yellow card.
Yeah.
Don Pearson's right in the chat, Billy. We're second best to everything in this second half.
We are. You know,
Tonali, Miley, and Bruno knocking the ball around. Tonali is thrown to the floor. Finally, we get a free kick. I think Caicedo left one on Tonali there. How is that fucking not being booked in this game? It's astounding he hasn't got a yellow card, Billy.
I think he's made double fouls, double figured fouls. And I think 3 or 4 of them, maybe he had a yellow card worthy on their own. And yet here he is with no yellow card.
There is a lot of nervous faces around St. James's Park right now. And rightly so.
Get some fresh legs on, Eddie. Crying out loud.
Well,
we've had this argument before about PSG last year when Isaac couldn't run. Get Will anyone, you know.
I mean, at least the Sula will rough it up a little bit. You know what I mean, Billy? He'll get stuck in and play some long balls forward and get a Sula challenging the centre backs. It's just too easy for them.
Even Wilson will.
Well, yeah. Into the final 5. Byrne chips it forward. Oh, Barnes looks done for me as well, Billy. He's knackered. Yeah. Mark Mullen says, I think they took Butts off for precautionary concussion. Wow. Okay. But it was the wrong sub. It was the wrong sub. I don't get why he brought Miley. I don't understand that change. And it was very risky putting Jacob Murphy at a right back. I know he's been playing right wing back, but that's a very different position when you've got 3 centre backs on the pitch, but not in a 4. And since that sub, Billy, it's gone all real pear-shaped.
Yeah, well, it's allowed Chelsea some momentum, hasn't it? And
yeah, I mean, we've given them that momentum. We've given them the chance to get the momentum up. Here's Cucurella.
Oh, look at that! Who was that? Murphy got sucked there.
Yeah, Enzo now cuts inside. Bruno is there, and eventually we clear the ball. But I mean, Isak's not even challenging. He's not even challenging. And there's Bruno to put his foot through it.
I think Murphy's done as well, to be fair.
I mean, Murphy's put in a hell of a shift. Let's not be harsh on Murphy. But I just think, I mean, 3 minutes to go. He's clearly not going to bring anyone else on at the minute.
No, I mean, Palmer
right back now to get the ball for Chelsea. Good work by Barnes. In fact, I think that was Miley keeping him in that position there. And here come Chelsea again. Enzo completely free in the midfield. How are they having so much space with 10 men?
Yeah, it's worrying, isn't it?
Enzo now clips it forward again. It is very worrying. I don't get what... Oh, Reece James! Oh, what a chance! He's put it over the bar. Completely free header. And that should have been 1-1. Over the top of Dan Burn, in between the 2 centre-backs, and he heads over the bar.
You'd have to say that they deserve an equaliser. You have to say it.
It's certainly, on the balance of play, without a doubt. Dan Robertson says, Isak for Asula 100%, add some energy and chaos. Well, at the moment, there's nobody coming on for Newcastle. Less than 2 minutes of the 90 to go. Newcastle still lead by 1-0.
It's not just Isaac. I mean, Barnes, like you say, he's running on empty fumes. Murphy's another one.
Chelsea have got so much space with only 10 men. It is crazy. And finally, we get a free kick, a foul on Isak, and then some afters going on as well. And it's Bruno who's down. And again, Chelsea players trying to get to Bruno. The yellow card is out. And there's a bit of afters again. I mean, there's always afters with Chelsea, isn't there? There's always stuff with Chelsea. Edward contrives with a super chat saying Chelsea outclassed. I'm not sure Chelsea have been outclassed. And there's a lot of arguing going on again on the pitch.
You having a laugh?
Has he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Yet Caicedo once again. These referees beg a belief. They really do. But listen, the main run for the run back.
Well, but he made it run. 10 minutes injury time here because this ain't going to be a 2-minute job.
That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me. Free kick to Newcastle, which Murphy is going to take.
Burned complete on his own on far side. Look,
yeah, he is. Yeah,
he wants it. Look at him.
Well, Burns got it. Burn now into Bruno. Bruno edge of the box. Bruno comes in on his right. Bruno! Oh!
Get the fuck in! Yes!
Bruno has scored, Billy!
The Capitano!
It looped over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. And Newcastle United lead by 2-0. And it's all over for Chelsea, Billy. It's 2-0. Grab your granny because she is going to smoke on a big doobie to calm her nerves down. It's 2-0. And breathe, Billy Tree. 2-0.
Slight defection off. I can't think who it is, but it doesn't matter.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great effort from Bruno. And Sanchez is what I wanted. 2-0 Newcastle. Game over. And that's all she wrote.
Well.
And fucked up my game match prediction as well, Bruno. You tosspot.
Yeah. Newcastle fans are going absolutely apeshit. Oh, my God, Billy. Newcastle United, eh?
5 minutes of injury time.
Well, that'll do because we're well into injury time now, aren't we?
Well, that'll kill Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, another off the ball incident there. I'm not sure what's going on. Burn is in there. There's a lot of nastiness going on around here again, Billy.
Is it Sancho, is it?
I think so. No, Colwell.
Colwell, yeah.
And the referee wanting a word with him. And again, there's a lot of afters going on the pitch, Billy. Cucurella having a chat with Eddie Howe. I mean, the referee's got to get a grip on this, Billy, because...
Well, he should have got a grip on it after 2 minutes, and he didn't.
Well, he didn't,
all down to him.
Who's he booked now? He's booked Colwell, who's incensed.
Good captain from Reece James there, because I mean Cole could have easily got. He looks like he's lost it.
Yeah,
but they're not showing a replay of it. I think he's gone over the top on Share.
Well, obviously the Chelsea fans are heading home. That's why there's so many waves from the Newcastle fans there. See you later. And the Newcastle fans will love that, Billy, won't they? Well, waving goodbye to the Chelsea fans.
Absolutely.
And Chelsea win a free kick now. And we are going to see Callum Wilson and we're going to see Sean Longstaff, Billy.
It's not over yet then.
Well, we're in the final 2 minutes of injury time. I hope it's over, Billy.
Yeah. just tightening things up. I'm actually thinking that maybe Sean Longstaff should have been on before.
Yeah.
Now, which is something I haven't said for a while.
Well, it's Isak and Bruno. I think he's taken Bruno off just to avoid any shit after the game with Enzo, of course.
Well, he's been outstanding today, Guimaraes. He really has.
Oh, he has,
been outstanding.
Yeah. Sanchez plays it forward, and it is Emil Kraft who gets ahead on it.
I mean, how many people have been booked in this game, Paul? I mean, you've got the stats there. Every fucker, but same seems like.
Well, I don't think even the stats people can keep up with it because it's still shown as just Enzo with a yellow card, but we know Colwell's been booked. It's mental. But we're in the final minute of injury time. Chelsea 2-0 down now. And, well, Newcastle, we never do it the easy way, Billy, do we? Never, ever. But no. This is going to be a very, very, very big win for Newcastle. But Chelsea here, Palmer. Oh, nobody there to tap it home for Chelsea. When it comes to Dolce Gusto on the far side, he cuts in, lays it off to Caicedo.
Poodlehead.
I mean, some of the Chelsea players, some of these haircuts, I mean, my God. I mean, they actually think they look good as well, Billy.
What some people, I guess, they do. People of that ilk. Made in Chelsea lot and all them not.
6 yellow cards in the game, Billy. 4 of them to us.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, when you think that Chelsea have only had 2, I mean, yes, they've had a red, but I mean, at the same time, the way they went about the first half, unbelievable.
Caicedo has no yellow card to his name, which is the most ridiculous stat.
But Miley's just absolutely wiped him out. Brilliant, son. Brilliant from Miley.
He's only 18, you know.
Yeah. He's gone in for a header with Caicedo, 50-50. Bang. No foul. That's not even a foul.
No, it's not. In fact, Caicedo's trying to do Miley there.
Of course he is.
18 years of age.
Wow. Take a seat, son. You've just been bossed by an 18-year-old kid. We're very close to the final whistle now. The 5 minutes have been played, nearly 6 minutes now. And Newcastle lead by 2-0. Long ball forward, headed away by Cher. Drops to Emil Kraft. Kraft across to Barnes. Barnes flicks it on for Wilson. Wilson back to Barnes. Chelsea managed to get the ball back. And here's Cole Palmer for Chelsea. Clips it towards the penalty area. Byrne brings it down. Now Barnes. Barnes trying to run it out. Comes to Murphy. And there is the full-time whistle!
Get in there.
Newcastle United have beaten Chelsea by 2-0 in a very, very physical game of football. But the bottom line is, we were shite second half, but my God, we've come through it. And it's 3 massive points for Newcastle in the bid for Champions League qualification, Billy Trey.
Absolutely. Up to third now. And I think if we win one more game, I think that's us done. I think we're there. But great first half performance. Sat back on our laurels second half, allowed Chelsea to attack us. And even that ended as a 1-0 win in the second half. So we can't be too critical. But
Eddie having a chat with Botman there as they both came on the pitch. But that is a big, big win. But, I mean, questions will be asked about the second half. Of course it will, Billy. But at the end of the day, we've come through it.
All about the result for me. Performances. I mean, the performance was fine for me for the first half. Second half, not so much, but all about results.
Yep.
All about results.
It is all about results. And at the end of the day, we kept a clean sheet. Nick Pope made 2 saves. So for all, Chelsea gave it a go in the second half. And look, they did give it a go and gave it a huge go.
They had to, didn't they?
But, you know, considering, I mean, that is a huge win. Absolutely massive win. And we move on. I mean, Chelsea will probably complain about the red card. We know they will. The manager will come out crying at the end and say, well, we were hard done by. No complaints about the red card for me. Absolutely spot on. Chelsea deserve more yellow cards, in my opinion, the way they played. But the bottom line is, Billy, we're now a point behind Arsenal again.
We are, and we have to play them next. So, we go down to the Emirates and win there.
Well, Arsenal play this afternoon, don't they?
They do. They
play Liverpool.
Yeah. And I don't think Liverpool will want to lose at home, as champions. They want to put a show on for the fans.
Well, you never know with Liverpool, do you? I mean, it depends. It depends what they try and do. Would they go with a full team? Would they not? I don't know.
I think they will. It's a home game, so it's different to playing away.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, let's bring in Mr. Stato. Alex, never easy with Newcastle United.
No, I mean we did expect Chelsea to potentially try and fight back to a degree. They had to throw everything at it. They need points.
Yeah,
this is essentially a cup final game for the teams trying to get Champions League football.
Yeah,
it was a combination of them throwing the kitchen sink at it and us maybe being a little bit nervy, a little bit silly. It was pretty obvious that how Graham Jones, Tyndall, nobody was happy on the sidelines in large periods out of the second half with positioning, with movement. But we did enough. It was enough after a great first half performance. We've got the 3 points. We're in third. 66 points on the board. We're looking really, really healthy now. So if any teams in and around us start dropping points, they're in big trouble. Forest are only on 61. They have to beat Leicester today. Villa as well. We've put 3 points between us and Villa now with a considerably better goal difference, with more goals scored. It's good. Job's not done. 2 games left, but perfect day at the office today.
I think 2 or 3 of the teams play each other as well. Do Villa play Chelsea or Forest or something like that? Chelsea.
I think Forest have got to play Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's still, so they may drop points here and there. Channel Right with the super chat saying that was tense. Isak was the weak link. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised.
He could have had 2 or 3 if he'd got his head down today, as could Barnes. They're both. I think Barnes could have had a hat trick.
Yeah, poor first touches in crucial times, didn't he? But the change Stato, the Botto swap for Miley, that kind of puts on the back foot, didn't it?
I didn't understand that change, Alex, I have to say.
Well,
not Botman coming off, but Miley coming on. It was a strange one.
Well, maybe to try and give us some more midfield umph, potentially. They didn't want to do a fullback or a defensive change so quickly. Maybe try and get us a bit more control of the game and the ball, and it didn't quite happen. I think Miley's not had the best season when he's played. He's been okay, and we didn't play well. I think that second half performance will be used by the coaching staff as a learning experience. Because when we have situations like that in the future, we need to be better. The game management needs to be a little bit better. And it's fine. We still got the job done. And it was enough. And Nick Pope and a few players having to get involved and put fires out. But it is what it is.
I think it's Murphy having 3 centre-halves next to him fine as a wing-back. When you play him as a full-back, just the right back. No, he doesn't want to be doing that. And I think
he's nowhere near a right back. No. But you know what it is? Like you say, Alex, it's all about the 3 points. And at this stage of the season, we kind of made it very nervy for ourselves in that second half. But we ended up with the 3 points and a clean sheet. So we can't really have any complaints. But it is when you're sitting watching Newcastle United, Alex, especially knowing how well we played in the first half, and then we come to the second half, it's always squeaky bum time, isn't it? That's why we love this football club.
Yeah, we've made it really difficult for ourselves, unfortunately, especially after all the good work we did in the first half. And the amount of opportunities, I don't think the shots on target reflects just how dominant we were in terms of chance creation compared to Chelsea. A lot of commentary and people online were talking about Chelsea being really good in the second half, being the better team. But I don't think people were paying attention to the chance creation, the volume of opportunities where we didn't maybe even pull the trigger, which wouldn't obviously go down as a shot, but the chance creation was immense. I think we did enough for 4 or 5 goals today if we could have been at the races with our attackers. Dan Burn with a couple of good set piece attempts and headers. You got Barnes with 3 or 4 high value opportunities. Isak with a couple of pot shots at goal as well. Gordon couldn't get himself set. There were so many opportunities for more goals today. So I think 2-0 flatters Chelsea considerably, even though they had a good second half. We could have done a lot more with it.
Billy, I mean, Chelsea, they made a rod for their own back most of the time with some disgraceful tackles, I thought, especially first half. They should have had more. How they've ended up with less yellow cards than us, that says all you need to know.
Well, Caicedo's come off the pitch without a yellow card. He's made at least 10 fouls, and 4 or 5 of those were yellow card worthy on their own. So he should have been sent off, no doubt about it for me. The referee was awful, absolutely diabolical.
Lady Sam is back with us. Sam, squeaky bum time for you in the house watching that?
I've had to chuck my hair up. I was sweating. Oh my goodness. That second half, I've just caught what Billy's been saying as well. What an absolute joke. The amount of fouls was just diabolical. But hey, 3 points, great feeling, hard earned, just absolutely phenomenal.
We've got a couple of super chats there. Edward Gorn says it's all about results at this time of the season. And Dan Robinson says after that performance, Chelsea deserves 0 plaudits. Listen, I think Chelsea came out for the second half, definitely, fired up, no doubt about it, to try and get back in the game. But at the end of the day, Alex, Nick Pope's made 2 decent saves, but apart from that, wasn't really tested despite, Chelsea pressuring us.
Yeah, I think the television commentary vastly overestimated the quality of those chances. The looping header over the bar, Nick Pope had got that clearly covered. It was a good opportunity, but I don't think it was one that was going to result in a goal unless the header was significantly different. There were a few drags across the 6-yard box that we should not have allowed them to do, but they had no blue shirts near it. So, yeah, but Nick Pope was excellent. They were reduced to a lot of long range shots, which Nick Pope dealt with very well, and we concentrated considerably well. It was maybe the right back area, which we've already discussed, was a bit of a problem, chopping and changing between Murphy or maybe losing a bit of space. Kukureya had a lot of joy in that last 25 minutes that I wasn't happy with. I don't think anybody was happy with it. They were getting a lot of love on the left side. But it's still the 2-0 is important. It's important we kept a clean sheet. It's important we got a couple of goals, because not only does that now put us on 66 points, we're on a plus 23 goal difference, and Chelsea are now back on plus 19. So we've got four goal difference daylight of Chelsea with more goals scored. So now that pretty much wraps it up in terms of Villa, Forest, and possibly Chelsea. So if we do ever come down to a situation where we finish the season on equal points, we've got a much better goal difference and we've got better goals scored. It's only Man City that are really going to be a challenge for us if we finish on equal points. So it was a really, really important victory, but a really important display with a clean sheet and the 2 goals scored.
Yeah. David Robinson says, asking if I was okay when Bruno scored. I pulled my headphones out. That's all. I was fine. I was shouting, and my headphones, I just, it happens on live stuff, it just ripped out of the media box that I've got here. But all is good. All is very good. Sam, Barnes and Barnes had a fantastic first half. Murphy had a good. I think they got tired, didn't they? Back end of the second half, they put in a lot of work. But what did you make? We've asked Alex about the substitution when he took Botman off and brought Miley on, and then obviously 10 minutes later decided to bring Kraft on. It was a strange substitution.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure about it, but if you look at the depth of squad that we've got, it doesn't take too much to figure out that we're just sort of trying to pull people off the bench and plug gaps when people are fatigued and tired. I think the first half we were very high press. The intensity was absolutely phenomenal, and I think some of our lads just tired themselves out. So as much as I don't fully understand it, I appreciate it was maybe the right decision, and hey, it's obviously played out in the end.
Stoics sent another super chat saying, are we mathematically sure of Champions League now? No.
Nearly, but no.
Yeah, there's still a lot of
this now means
to be done.
I think does this mean we've definitely got Europa?
I think if we beat Everton at home, I think that's it done.
Well, we've definitely got Europa anyway, Alex. We won the cup.
Conference. That was
Well,
conference we get.
Yeah. But
So not Europa. But
yeah, we're in the Champions League, guys.
Interesting little stat for you as well, guys. We've now scored the second most goals in the league. 68 goals scored.
20 wins in the season. First time since Bobby Robson's in charge.
That's
Who
madness.
are we?
That's
Who
madness.
Are we?
Given that up and down start of the season that we had, you'd never have thought that was going to happen, would you? Never, ever. James Morrison, a member for 27 months, says Murphy looked shattered at 50 minutes, but so proud of Tino and Miley, who calmed himself pretty fast. Great to see you back, Billy. Get some rest now. Miley was quiet when he first came on, but the highlight for me, Sam, was when he wiped out Caicedo at the end.
Well deserved, lad. Get in there. Honestly, that was so dirty. The game was obviously, really important for both sides, and you can see that in the temperaments of the players. We were getting involved all over the pitch. I think Miley did really well to actually hold his own on 2 occasions, and just fought him off. And for the lanky lad that he is, he's got some strength in him. So credit to him for that, for keeping his nerve at the same time.
Christopher makes a good point. Says never expected this league position after Brentford away in December.
Preach.
We were all needing counselling after that game, and we were like, bloody hell, how times change, especially with Newcastle United. You just never know what you're going to get. But that is it for Matchday Live, folks. I'll be doing an immediate reaction on YouTube. Alex, are you doing a Patreon with Billy?
I shall be doing a Patreon podcast as well. So there'll be on the Toon Review Patreon, there will be an instant reaction for you guys to listen to. Myself, possibly Billy Bob, will be going through today's game, and Paul as well will be doing a YouTube live reaction. So make sure you check the Patreon and the YouTube in sort of just over an hour's time, and you'll get reactions from everybody.
Indeed. And then, of course, tomorrow night we have the official review of the game where we'll give you our player ratings. Are we all on tomorrow, guys? Are we all on at 7? Wow.
Sam, are you doing some zip lining at all?
Not tomorrow, mate. I hope not. I mean, who knows where the day might take us?
I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to sort of throw you into, to mention it again.
Oh, you teed me up there. Oh, that was
sorry, up nicely.
I missed the reference. Well, first of all, if anybody missed it, I am doing a zip line across St James's Park on Friday. I say cannot wait. She's a little bit nervous about it. Raising money for the Newcastle Foundation, does so much good work. I think I'm 80% of my £300 target, and thank you so much to people who've donated already. Stoic as well, what an absolute hero. 100 quid.
Wow.
So thank you so much for that, mate, and everybody else who's donated so generously. I'm nearly there. Power. Help us over the line with it.
Yeah, well, we'll keep going all week, and then we'll see. I'm sure you're going to smash your target, which will be absolutely fantastic. By the way, the results of the poll, we asked you at the start of the show, do we change the club badge? 62% said no.
Mm-hmm.
And that's nearly 3,000 votes on that one. 62% saying no, we shouldn't change, and 38% said yes, we should. Jeffrey Brunt says, Paul, could you please give this to Lady Sam? Thank you. The super chat of £5. We will sort that out indeed.
What we look on subs, Paul?
Subs 38,043.
Get in! Wow. What a day!
That's incredible. We have surpassed 38,000 by a long way. That's incredible. Thank you so much, everybody. We are growing and growing and growing. Your dad says he'll give you 100 quid next week as well, Lady Sam.
The link's in the chat. Get it posted now, tight arse. Get it done.
Wow. I mean, Ian, I'm sorry for that reply. I was expecting a much nicer reply from your daughter there, but we'll swiftly move on from that, I guess. But listen, thank you everybody for subscribing. Welcome to all our new ones. You've joined a fantastic community here on the Toon Review. I really do mean that you've seen the chat. Everybody's family on this channel. That's what we want, a big family-orientated channel, and we continue to grow rapidly. So thank you so much, and welcome to everybody. And of course, thank you for all your super chats and memberships throughout the show. What are you laughing at, Billy?
Papa Bradley.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for all your super chats and memberships throughout the show. Thank you, of course, to Billy for co-commentating, and, of course, to Alex and Lady Sam for their analysis. Michael McIntyre with a £20 super chat in. That's for you as well, Sam.
Thank you so much, mate.
If you can go on the link, though, and click the link and donate that way, it's a lot easier. Because
and we also get gift aid on it as well, and
exactly, which is very important on the gift aid as well. Absolutely.
You're taking a GoPro with you, Sam, for this zip line thing. That'd be an interesting stream.
I'm thinking about it. What's so I can you record my reaction and you can laugh at it? Is that
you can get it.
Yeah.
Just wrap it around your buns. Just have it wrapped around your head, and then you can
with duct tape. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as it's attached. I mean, does it really matter?
Yeah, this is true.
But massive thank you to all you guys out there for tuning in today. Over 15,000 people watching on both platforms. That's incredible. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Mods, you've been incredible again today. And a big thank you to you guys. But don't forget, keep an eye open for my match reaction on YouTube. I'll be uploading that within the next hour or so. And of course, Patreon with Alex and Billy. It's an extra way of supporting the channel away from the camera. Fantastic podcasts on there as well. So get yourself over there. Alex will let everybody know on socials when that is up as well. Edward Gaunt with a late super chat saying, we love the TTR team. So nice to see you all on, plus the pugs in the background. Indeed. But that is it. We'll see you next live tomorrow at 7 o'clock. But thank you to Mamaroo Records as well for sponsoring the channel. They're based in Whitley Bay for all your music needs. But if you can't get into the shop itself, check them out online. That's pinned at the top of the description alongside our website address, which is thetoonreview.com for all your Toon Review merchandise. Get yourself on there, as Sam is proudly wearing a T-shirt there. So please get yourself on there. Get yourself something nice. Loads of stuff on the merchandise website to support the channel. But that is it. We'll see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow. If there's any news, of course, I'll be doing a news show tomorrow. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, folks. Have a cracker. We'll see you soon. Take care.
How are you, lads and lasses?
Thank you, Billy.
I was just watching Not Forest missing an open goal.
Take care, everyone.
Come back and check on some breathing.